Hello. Mic check. Mic is not muted. Shit. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I had to get all my volumes figured out. Yeah, it starts at 4:30. I'm just making sure everything works. What's up, everybody's? Hold on, I'll get the volume back.
That's all you get. 10 minutes on Tuesday, 10 minutes on Wednesday. Whatever. Good luck today, dude.
Good, and the aluminum frame, and I love every single thing on it, but it's just got a random log.
Putting the egg up home.
All the 90s crap. It's electric. Joe's here. That's my only like mental therapy.
Okay. Okay. Barsha's bike sounds it. I don't want to say it, but it sounds the best. Woo, looks good. What up, peeps? I'm back. The stuff in my fat face. Woo, yeah, Roxanne's bike's looking good, huh? I don't know about the wind, but his bike's looking good. Got 10 more minutes. Brandon! What's up, dude? Got 10 more minutes before it starts. Yeah, that's definitely not a 125. My ass, it's a 125. Sounded like a 175. know 175 is not a thing, but I'm just, it sounds more than definitely more than a 125 and maybe more than a 150.
What's up, guys? We are here at the Super Motocross press conference talking about the upcoming season for 2023, talking about Feld and MX Sport. What's up, guys? I'm Josh Mosman from Motocross Action, and today we are at Huntington State Park. And what do? It's Red Bull Straight Rhythm. You can't really put turns in it, so you got to jump right over it. So they built some scaffolding, laid some wood down, laid some dirt down, and it is a massive tabletop. I don't even want to walk up there because it's going to make me more nervous when I have to race or ride. But we'll see. Let's go check this thing out.
Hate it.
Nice. All right, it is a full size, I'd say 70-foot tabletop. And if you case it, it's not super forgiving. There's definitely a knuckle, so make it across this thing. Good plan. All right, CeeLo, who are you wrenching for today?
Hanny.
Okay, Josh Hansen's mechanic for Red Bull Straight Rhythm. We're on top of the bathroom jump. How far do you think this is?
I don't know. This gentleman here said it's 65, 70 feet, but I don't know.
Looks a little bigger to you?
That's a big 65 or 70 feet.
All right.
Either way you look at it, it's big.
Okay.
Oh man, we're going full power today. I don't care. We got the Discord for backup.
So what do you got to do? I mean,
So they can take it on down if they want to.
Me, I'm going to be down there watching, but
Okay.
yeah, I think the idea would be go 3 on the
I
table.
don't know. I'm pretty mad
One
that
on,
I paid
all 3.
for
Okay, and then how
Red
many
Bull
days is Josh Hansen
Imagination,
out on the bike?
and then immediately after I paid for it and watched it, and it looked horrible on
I
ESPN.
would say we got
It was free on YouTube.
a good 5 days on
It was
this
free.
on this two-stroke.
Like 5 minutes after.
He only had one, he said.
It aired on ESPN. It was
Yeah, we were
on
just working
YouTube
on bugs for him.
on Red Bull's channel
I like
for
it.
free.
All right, good times. All right, this is the
They
end.
scammed me
I'm
out of
sure
money.
here.
Fucking suck it.
I decided on Tuesday night to try to come do practice and try to race this thing. So we will see. I'm doing practice for sure. I'm going to try to check it out, and then we'll see if we'll be able to race. But let's get into the riding portion and see how this goes, because whoops look gnarly, finish line looks gnarly, table in the middle looks gnarly. It all looks gnarly.
Is it? Is
All
it?
right, it's the Josh and Josh show part. A lot of parts. We've done this a lot, but we've lost count. Okay, checking spokes because that's very important with Supercross whoops.
I don't have any sound either, so don't freak out. Think ESPN would have their stuff together, but apparently not. Somebody will have to post a link. I don't have my Discord pulled up where I could do that at the moment. Still got 2 minutes to figure their stuff out. Don't freak out yet. Yeah, there's just no volume. Well, I'm gonna take this time to go get me something to drink. Hopefully, sound's on by the time I get back.
But better than ever because now we're at the beach. Huntington Beach,
It's
California.
working.
Jason Wygant, Salema Masekela, and Daniel Blair.
Let's go.
To call it, and we want to show you exactly what it's like when you have Supercross with only obstacles and no turns. Daniel, it's going to be awesome.
And it's the sound that I'm looking forward to. It's that beautiful purr, the sound of a two-stroke. All you fans, you know the sound, you love the sound, you're going to get it all day long.
So we're going to put two riders in the gates.
Let's go.
None other than Ken Roczen, who won this race the last time we had it back in 2019, and Devin Raper, who's on an old school 2007 Kawasaki KX250. So you'll get to hear the bikes, and we'll fire them off and give you an idea what Red Bull Straight Rhythm's all about. No turns, all jumps.
Yeah, and for Ken Roczen, he don't need no corners. He just wants to go straight and get it done. Fastest in qualifying, and he was bringing it every single time he was on the track. Kick it off right now with Devin Raper. This is going to be a good one to start things off, but my money's on Ken Roczen, I'm just saying.
Yeah, he's an unbelievable talent on any type of track, but his skills really lend themselves to this event, especially, Daniel, at the end of the run is the whoops, and he was absolutely flying through there.
Yeah, that's where he's at his best, and he's been so efficient, so strong, and for me, I'm watching him really close all day, and he's just attacking every section, trying to experiment, find where that speed is. But if he is in range of the win in that whoop section, he's going to get it. He's been the fastest one late in the run, so this is going to be awesome.
Let's go, boys.
And let's fire
We're gonna be
those
lit.
two strokes. That's what Red Bull Straight Rhythm is all about. No huge titles or resume bullets, millions of dollars on the line. Careers are not going to change here. This is a chance in the offseason for the riders to have some fun at the beach and ride some really cool motorcycles they don't normally get to compete on.
Yeah, and the atmosphere's been great all day. The industry's here hanging out. It's weird to walk through the pits and see these competitors that are so serious all the time. They're friends, they're joking, they're talking about each other's bikes, but the gate will drop and then it will matter.
Oh yeah, the adrenaline is going to start to flow, and listen to those two-stroke motorcycles. These are old school, 1980s, 1990s are when these bikes ruled the world. But they're back for one day only here, Red Bull Straight Rhythm at Huntington Beach. We want to let you hear it. Roczen getting out front of Devin Raper here, busting out some of the big combos.
If there was a whole shot line, he had it. Oh, okay, Kenny. Okay, Kenny.
Oh my God!
Upside down over that huge jump,
Hey!
85 feet over the center of the track.
Talk about the combination of having fun and being serious. He's serious right now trying to win, but he's going to have fun off that big jump all day.
Double into the finish line, and Ken Roczen wins the first run here for 2022 Red Bull Straight Rhythm. Won the last time we were here, and he's coming to play again today.
Whoever said Kenny for the win, I might have to take it back. He might be on one today.
Indeed, welcome to the iconic Huntington Beach, California for the 7th running of Red Bull Straight Rhythm. You just saw the number 94 there, Ken Roczen, making an awesome entry. Loves his surfboard as much as he does his dirt bike, running that 1979 Bob Hanna kit. You can see the crowd, 15,000 tickets sold. It is sold out. This is the place to be in Huntington Beach. And the Moto Beach Classic taking place next to us because people, just like Weigert said earlier, they want to smell it. They want to breathe it. They want to bathe in the iconic energy of the two-stroke, and we are here to play. My name is Salema Masekela, and you cannot talk about dirt bikes racing without Daniel Blair and Jason Weigert. Off the bat, it is an honor for me, gentlemen, to get to call this race with you guys.
This is going to be fun.
Dude, I love Sale.
In the moment, just hanging out, a couple guys
I've watched
having
them
a good
since I
time
was
out
a
here at
weed
the
tot
beach, but
boy.
they are racing motorcycles, which is cool.
Getting
And
old.
Ken Roczen just showed why he is the favorite on paper. Look, he won in 2019, but it's the mood, right? Everyone's having a good time, but this guy, every time the helmet's been on, he's been on. He's been on fire, and he wants to win this thing. He's in a weird transition right now in his career, and I think he wants to win 2019, 2022, 2023, and beyond. It's Ken Roczen.
They do want to win, but I feel like every other race we go through throughout the Supercross and Motocross season, it's who can be more serious, more focused, more hungry. Here it's kind of about who can have the most fun. But we have never really had the combo of Roczen and Marvin Musquin, who has won this race every time he's competed. He has not done it in a couple years. Musquin on the number 25 has never done it on the two-stroke. So it'll be interesting if we get those two head-to-head later on.
Yeah, opposite side of the bracket. It would be nice to see them get to the final.
Bro, since
You know, we
like
talked
X
about the
Games
energy of
started, bro.
It's playful and they want to win. It's kind of like
He's been
the
along
home
for the
run
whole
derby, right?
ride.
This is all skills that are let out here on this straight rhythm track with no turns. There we have some of the big dogs. Who are you looking for beneath the radar that can make a play today in both classes?
And yeah, the obvious favorites, Roczen, Musquin, for the reasons we said, but Cooper Webb, Justin Barcia, Aaron Plessinger, these are guys that also should be in that conversation. But for me, it's all about those underdogs. I like Justin Hill. I like Josh Hansen. Josh Hansen's so great in this event, always has been, and he's pretty spicy. He told us yesterday he's here to win. And then there's the Stank Dog, Jared Stanky. He's won this before, so it's all about those underdogs in an event that I think they truly do have a chance. Look at Stank Dog right there, the energy, the fans love him, and he's going to bring it. He didn't even like his practice time today. He's all motivated, and for Stank Dog, a guy who has a good time here, he's kind of serious. He wants to win this race, Weege.
It's all over the map, the level of preparation for all these riders, because they don't normally race two-stroke bikes, except Jared Stanky, who does do it all the time. So it's a really level playing field. Even Cooper Webb, the two-time Supercross champion, he's ridden this two-stroke for about a half hour total. It's an all-new bike this year. We don't know if they have it dialed in, so maybe the advantage does go to the underdogs who are focused on this.
We are about to find out. Gentlemen, I am excited to call this with you. The fourth member of our team is the one and only Tina Dixon, and she caught up with both Musquin and Hansen to get their thoughts about being here in Huntington Beach for this race.
Yeah, thank you, Salema. We haven't seen Marvin Musquin since 2017, and we also haven't seen him on a two-stroke. So I asked him earlier about it, and he said, well, I rode the two-stroke Monday, Tuesday, got back on a four-stroke Thursday, and then back on the two-stroke. So he's having to make the adjustments. And in his words, he described it as very different.
I don't know
With the
about you, but
emphasis
this
on
lady
that word
has
different.
instantly
now,
killed
another returning,
killed my hype.
rider is Josh
Like, I was
Hansen,
hyped,
and when I went by
I was
his tent,
ready
he actually
to
wasn't
rock
there.
and
He was
roll,
busy
and then it
getting
cuts
his
to her,
mom
and it just
and his daughter
instantly
into
drops
the
to
event.
zero.
They did make it
Thank
in,
you.
and when I did catch up with them, he said, "Man, I've come so close to winning
Man.
this event," and he has
Tip-
multiple
man, let
podiums.
me act like I know what I'm
lost
talking
to Ken
about.
Roxon by
Man.
just 0.04 of a second back in 2019. So you
So
could tell
close.
that he is hungry and he's ready for it.
Thank you, Tina. We'll be coming back to you all day. You're taking a look at Austin Politelli on deck there. And right now he is going to give us the perspective of what it's like to go straight and fast through these whoops and jumps with our GoPro course preview. We talk about the fact that there's no turns, lots of whoops.
No. Totally not gay. I'm just saying, at least like make it seem like you're not reading off the teleprompter. Which she was like, I mean, just well, whatever.
Have a look across.
All right, let's be honest. How many people here would hit that jump? Right there. Who would hit that tabletop?
So cool that this
Anyone?
is taking place.
I know there's one or two of you, but that's probably it.
53 individual features, 700 truckloads of dirt. We got 7 wave whoops, 10 stadium whoops, 3 speed checks, you name it. And they basically decided to throw it all in here at Straight Rhythm. There you see exactly 1,815 feet in length. As I said before, 700 trucks of dirt, 17 whoops total, and we are ready to race in palm trees in Huntington Beach. What a beautiful thing. Daniel and Jason, take it away.
Thanks, Salema. So, yeah, we are ready. You got to see one run there. That was Roxon against Raper, and it's the best 2 out of 3 moves to the next round. So they'll have another run. Let's get
Yeah,
to the other riders in the
I'm with you,
bracket. Austin
LLC.
Politelli,
Hard pass for
all-time
me.
popular privateer.
I'd
And
roll
Chris
over
Blows
it to
does a
say,
little bit
like,
of
you know,
everything. Got
I
third
was
in the World
there,
Championship race
but
on
no
a
way.
4-stroke just last weekend. Here he is on a 2-stroke.
Yeah, you've heard the term dad bod. How about dad battle? Both these guys have some young pups at home, so it's going to be fun to watch Blows and Politelli go at it. Today in qualifying, they were matched up the entire time. That was just for the time to figure out the bracket, and then they have to end up together. But how about this? This is the 8-9 battle, so these are the 2 tightest competitors when it comes to their times.
So a real veteran there in Blows, who's been there and done it. Politelli has always had talent and speed to burn, and maybe that will lend itself to this different type of event. But they've all got to adapt to the 2-strokes, and not a lot of riders have much time on them. Old school bikes with modern riders and tracks. Here we go.
Come on, Telly.
And Blows in his 66 just trying to edge ahead. On the right side, the 981, Politelli answers. Big jump for Blows.
Yeah, that's that big quad that Josh oh, there's Blows a little bit short, but that big quad right there, Hansen figured it out first. They all picked up on it.
Oh, no! Blows almost over the bars, and now Politelli a big lead.
Yeah, lucky for him, it's 2 out of 3 because this has been a tough run for Blows. But Politelli, hey, keep it clean, be efficient, get it done. He's good in whoops, so he might have this one. Blows will have 2 more shots at it.
All right, so you see just how unforgiving this course can be. The mistakes from Blows and Austin Politelli, a big win. Blows spent a nice run there at the end, closed it back up. But let's show you where he lost time on the 66.
Yeah, watch right here. He doesn't get the drive. You can see he overjumped the jump before it. Oh, that's a tough break right there. But then he does it again. So I don't know if this is a bike issue, a rider issue, but something happened there that threw him off. But he will get another chance, but he's got to clean it up.
Next run in the gate, Nico Izzy making his return to racing. Had gone years without even riding, an all-former amateur star in this sport. And Justin Barcia needs very little introduction. One of the top riders in this game. Very aggressive and loves to rev the bike, which is perfect for riding a 2-stroke.
Oh, think about it. They tell him all the time, hey, stop, get off the rev limiter. He shows up here, they said, let it sing, hit the limiter. And if you're Nico Izzy right now, this is probably the most comfortable you would ever feel on the gate next to Justin Barcia. There are no turns, there are no corners, they're going straight, he's safe.
No contact from Bam Bam. And a nice jump out of the hole for the 341 Izzy. Barcia answers back.
If there was a hole shot, Barcia got it right there. See the different rhythm. You can get that quad. Some guys will get 2 quads in, but for Justin Barcia, great in qualifying, great in practice. Got a little bit of a gap right now, but hey, he's a favorite for this win tonight.
Oh, absolutely. He can go up against anyone.
Oh, Bam's looking frosty.
The crowd loves
it's going to be Bam or Roxon.
pulling away, step on, step off over those tables. Let's see how he handles the whoops. Listen in, this is so good on the two-stroke.
Best down in the world.
Barsha, an easy win over Nico Izzy in their first run. Barsha on that Red Bull. Troy Lee designs gas, but a little bit different look to the bike. Troy Lee, a great artist, a painter. You know they're going to bring something special for that bike for this event. Now, how about this matchup? Cooper Webb.
All right, who you guys think? Is Webb going to get it, or is Stank Dog going to get it?
I'm not sure.
Webb
he's
or
the
Stank?
favorite. Jared Stanky specializes.
I'm going to go with Stank's going to lay it all out there to wax
This
Webb.
might be the most nervous you've been in 2022.
Get your votes in. Hurry up now.
To the dog known
All right,
as Stank.
man.
But he's great in this environment. He's a two-stroke specialist. And like you said, Cooper has not had a lot of time on the bike. So right now, he can't see Stank Dog. He knows he's there, and I promise you he's concerned with this matchup.
And Stank Dog would love to unseat the Supercross champion. Webb, Supercross champion 2019 and 2021, but that's what this event is all about. It's so hard to pick favorites.
Come on, Stank!
Big over rev there. Webb able to pull a slight gap over Stank Dog, who's trying to come back.
Neither did the quad. Both went over the table. You got the triple, so evenly matched. No difference in rhythm, but you got to keep it clean. These two-stroke 250s, you got the power to overcome a mistake. The 125s, you don't, but you still got to be tight. And so far, Webb looks good.
He does. Again, not a lot of time on the bike. It's an all-new, a fuel-injected two-stroke. They admit that they need more time to really dial this in, but it's good enough. Webb has got the win over Stanky.
Wah, wah.
All right, crowd loved that. They were pretty darn close, so they got to the center part of the track. Let's show you the bracket to give you an idea of how we're going to move our way to a final and crowning champions at Red Bull Straight Rhythm. We'll have a 125 class coming up a little bit later. As far as the 250s are concerned, you saw one side of the bracket. Webb, Stanky, Izzy, Barsha, Politelli, Blows, Raper, and Roxon. Another side of the bracket. Musquin, Greco, Plessinger, Wageman, Hill, Alessi, Hansen, and Morans. Coming up in a little bit. So it's bracket style, and again, 2 runs you have to win for advancing to the next
funny.
round. So we will go with a rematch.
There's like 6 zeros of difference in salary.
Switch sides too, so the riders have an opportunity to ride the right and the left.
Hey man, a guy
Today,
can
it
hope,
seemed
all
like
right?
The right was better early, and then in the qualifying sessions, the track kind of broke in, I'd say better on the left-hand side. So now Roxon will get that left, and you got to be good in both. You don't know who you're going to be matched up with the final, and you better be able to understand the track and the way it's breaking in. So this is a great opportunity for Kenny to understand this left side, because he will need it on his way to the final.
Yeah, and it's a real challenge to these course designers to build a perfectly level course, left side to right side, to try to make it even. But the riders can pick up on even the slightest variation. So Raper lock it in. He's on the oldest bike in this group, a 2007. That's the most modern Kawasaki two-stroke that was ever made. He's a Kawasaki guy. He's still backed by a dealership, Kelly's Kawasaki, near his hometown, so he wants to stay on green. Roxon's on a Yamaha now. We've never seen that before. They still make brand new two-strokes.
I like how you asked him earlier, hey, how's it feel to get on the Yamaha? He said, there's a lot of new underneath me. The two-stroke, he's like, so I don't really know what to compare it to because everything's so new. But with Raper on that old Kawasaki 250, that thing was barking in qualifying. So they got it jetted, they got it tuned. It's a good running machine, and what an opportunity to sit on the gate with Ken Roxon, of all people, a guy who's won this race before, a legend in the sport. Really cool opportunity for Devin Raper to be right next to the 94.
Absolutely. A privateer versus one of the highest flying riders in the game. Roxon pulling ahead. Big thanks to the folks at Pro Circuit, Mitch Payton, and all the legends over there putting that bike together. And Whiskey Throttle Media gave him the Yamaha to race for today. This is not Roxon's bike. They prepped it for him. He rode it for one day, and he is flying.
Yeah, he's Ken Roxon. You put him on anything for one day, he's going to be fine. And he looked great all day in qualifying. Like I said, when the helmet has been on this guy, he's been so into it, finding new ways to push speed. And then when his helmet's off, he's Ken Roxon. He's having a good time with everybody. But, I mean, he's going to be tough to beat today.
Kenny!
He looks incredible. And to think that he was
Looking
racing
good
on a
today.
last weekend and he's on a two-stroke and doesn't skip a beat. Now, we're going to celebrate the great history now that we've built up, almost 10 years of straight rhythm. So we're going to get to our first KMC milestone matchup. We're going to go back to 2018 when the 4-time Supercross and 3-time motocross champion Ryan Villopoto had to race Jared Stanky, and Stanky showing two-stroke skills to get it done. Let's check it out.
Jared Stanky, the workaday privateer.
Stanky with a little bit of a roll and a great start, but Ryan doing what he does so well. Ryan with another mistake, so Stanky with an advantage.
Finish line in sight. He beats Ryan Villapoto. And this is the guy that lives in his van. He calls it the Stank Bus. So now Ryan Villapoto has to win this one or he's eliminated. Oh, they are revving these things out hard. Side by side, a little mistake though from Villapoto.
Another mistake.
This is a Cinderella story. Jared Stanky has eliminated Ryan Villapoto.
Just super pumped that I made it to the finals in a class that I feel like was made for me.
The all-new Hyundai Tucson.
Your mission, stand up to moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis.
Or active psoriatic arthritis.
And take it on with Rinvoq.
Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that tackles pain, stiffness,
Yeah, if you guys are watching, I got a Discord going on for Supercross. Well, I'm going to try and stream it and see how far I can get with Supercross again this year, but we got a Discord to negate all that stuff. So if you want to send me a tip or you want to throw down for a Supercross pass, I'll post the Discord link near the end of the video and I can nab it. So there's already quite a few people in there.
People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or maybe
Right, clown? Right, clown?
Ask your rheumatologist
I totally agree.
about Rinvoq relief. Rinvoq.
Dude, for real, I think Kenny's on one. I think Kenny might get this tonight, boys.
Could help you save on Rinvoq.
Red Riding Hood loved visiting Grandma's house. Unfortunately, others did too. But after saving big with early holiday
Boys, I don't think they care. Like, with the Red Bull Imagination thing,
she was ready for those uninvited guests.
they did not care. Hold on. I'll change it so y'all quit freaking out.
Who's a good boy? Apparently the big bad wolf.
I've always loved building things. Not just structures and skyscrapers, but teams who make it all possible. After all, we wouldn't be where we are today without them. So we made sure that, like these buildings, their futures may also...
Dugan doesn't race, okay? Dugan is not racing. No Dugan. Yeah, dude, you can't count out Hanny. But also, I think he's got a limit to how far he's going to push. Yeah, I've streamed a few of these, boys. If you're new here, we have done this before.
19 just had a run while we were away at break. Austin Politelli again able to put it to Chris Blos. So Blos is eliminated. Politelli and Ken Roczen moving on. In the next round, they both
Not your giveaway bike, bro.
Now we go back to Nico Izzy versus Justin Barcia.
Dude, I want proof they gave that thing away. Somebody give me proof.
So it was great to see. And for Barcia, I mean, you said it, the looks there, the styles there.
About 6 or 9 times.
This motorcycle great. I will say, though, just as a little foresight, look out for Justin Hill. He was able to beat Barcia 3 times in a row today in qualifying. And for an event that's fun and kind of loose, Barcia seemed a little frustrated by that. And you never know, maybe they meet up later in the event.
And we'll see Hill on the other side of the bracket right now. It's Barcia versus Izzy, and a great start for Barcia. I just love to hear that, especially Barcia, who loves revving a bike out.
He spent a lot of his career on the limiter.
Yes.
And now he's on a bike that allows it. He's been great all day.
Dude, Barcia's looking good.
Think about the new Barcia, this Bam TV, this fun-loving guy that we've had. You bring him out here for the first time, the fans are going to love it, he's going to love it, and he obviously looks good.
And he loves this, taking the win in the round, and that's going to advance Justin Barcia, originally out of New York, into the next round. Good to see Nico Izzy back at the races, but that will be the end of his afternoon here at Red Bull Straight Rhythm. And Barcia Barcia soaking it up.
I know. How does that make sense that Chase was all sweating his balls off there at that race, but when it was 105 degrees, there wasn't
Back to the start chute.
no complaints. I thought that was weird, man.
Stanky the first time, so Stanky's got to fire back or he will be eliminated.
Yeah, Webb was really efficient that first run too. No mistakes, had a good start, just kind of did his thing, handled his business. But Stank Dog's a wild card, man. If he just gets on one, he could pull this thing off, send it to that.
Come on, Stank Dog.
There's no guarantees.
Oh, and Webb able to power pass through those rollers on the left side of the number 2. Can Webb, the 2-time Supercross champion, build this lead? Stanky's giving him a little bit more of a challenge this time.
Yeah, this is tighter than the last one. The last one, Stank Dog lost some ground early, and there was just no making it up. Now he's at least within range, but at the same time, it is really hard to make up the ground on someone if they don't have a problem. And Webb's been super clean all day, so Stank Dog's gonna have to swing it so hard in these whoops. And
come on!
With the first round.
Oh,
Here
but
they
Stank
go.
Dog coming back. Good entry. Not enough. Cooper Webb takes the win and moves on to the next round.
Wow, good run, Cooper Webb. Stank Dog.
Hey, Clown, he took a couple of those zeros off, though, huh, bud?
Just
huh?
that much off the pace.
He did have the entry into the whoops here, Daniel, but Webb held him back.
Yeah,
dang it, man.
Stays low, gets back to the ground as quick as he can, gets that drive, and watch how smooth Cooper is. Front tire, back tire, no issues whatsoever, clean, no bobbles, no lack of speed, closes it down.
Well, it takes a lot of work to build this track here. As you can imagine, there's an amazing team of people involved in the design and construction of Red Bull Straight Rhythm. So right now, let's learn more from the course builder, Jason Baker.
Here we are, Red Bull Straight Rhythm here at Huntington Beach. Started last Monday. We've got 10 total days. There's 10 crew working average of 10 hours a day, so we got 1,000 man hours in this build so far. The course length is 1,815 feet, 53 total individual jumps throughout the course, and 8,500 cubic yards of dirt. Bringing this course to
a backup disc? No, I don't need a backup Discord.
Their equipment that they're providing us with gives us
no, I have a Discord though. Yeah.
Measurement, the exact height, the exact profile that we need. We've been able to build this course as fast as we ever have and as precise as we ever have. We've added in the big jump in the middle. It's going to allow guys to get in the air, show off a little bit for the crowd. We added a double after the whoops this year, so you actually have to carry your speed through the whoop, scrub a double, and then hit the finish line. When I'm designing, I need a fast line, of course, to put on a good race. I also need to think about the guy that may mess up. I got to have other lines hidden in here to get him back in the race. Basically, we build them a puzzle, and it's up to them to figure the puzzle out. What is my rhythm? We've wrapped up a great big present for the SoCal fans. A lot to look forward to, a lot of positivity, and looking forward to a great event.
And that crew has been working hard, and we appreciate that because it has led to this awesome racetrack, and we know the riders are liking it too. So let's get some more thoughts from the track. We'll send it down to Tina Dixon with Justin Barcia.
For Justin Barcia, it's his first Red Bull Straight Rhythm, and you just took that heat. What's your impression so far?
It's the most awesome event I've ever done. Go fast, go straight, get a good start, stay low, scrub the jumps. It's kind of my event. I'm loving it.
I know, you're an aggressive rider. How much does this event suit you?
It suits me really well. Obviously, I can't aggressive in the corner, so I just got to take my aggression out on the jumps and push through them. And
oh, yeah, we're ready for it.
And so is Barcia, and that aggression is really what makes this event so fun. We're going to give you another KMC milestone matchup. This time it's 2018, and we had old rivals, Ryan Villopoto and Josh Grant, battling. They were kind of retired at that point, but they were still like Barcia going for it, and this might have been one of the closest races we've ever seen in this event.
Everybody's gunning for me. The best retired guy out there.
Grant and Villopoto. Little bubble. This is going to be interesting. He can't get it. Villopoto has been lightning quick all night. Grant has to win this one or he is eliminated. And a great start for Grant. He's got to nail the whoops. But Villopoto's been very quick to the whoops. Grant beats Villopoto, and we're going to a third run. There's a proud papa right there. Oh, boy. Now, these two have had some classic battles. Villopoto, a four-time Supercross champion. This is so close. They scrub it. It's the whoops. Who's going to get the drive? Right to the finish. It's Villopoto. It's Villopoto by 100
1/10 of a second.
Wherever we come from, we all have one thing in common. We all want the incredible new iPhone 14 Pro. Now at T-Mobile. T-Mobile gives you Apple TV Plus included. So watch your favorite Apple originals on iPhone's most advanced display ever. Get iPhone 14 Pro on us with Apple TV Plus included. Now at T-Mobile.
Find out where that road leads. Take on any challenge. When you have the #1 brand in dependability, you stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Kia, movement that inspires.
Your mission, stand up to moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis.
Or active psoriatic arthritis.
And take it on with Rinvoq.
Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that tackles pain, stiffness, swelling.
For some, Rinvoq significantly reduces RA and PSA fatigue. It can stop irreversible joint damage.
And Rinvoq can leave skin clear, or almost clear, in PSA. That's Rinvoq Relief.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin cancer, death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Ask your rheumatologist about Rinvoq Relief. Rinvoq. Make it your mission. Learn how AbbVie could help you save on Rinvoq.
You spend the day watching your kids' big game. At least one of you is having fun.
Yeah, if you guys have a PayPal, you want to say thanks, just send me 50 cents. Send me $1. I don't even want you to send me like 5 or 10 or 20. Just send me 50 cents or $1, and then it helps me to pay for Supercross passes and like paying for this stuff and then the streaming. So if you can, send me 50 cents or $1. Helps the world go around, man. I'm not trying to make money off y'all. Just
Red Bull Straight Rhythm from Huntington Beach, and some breaking news.
it goes back into the enjoyment for everybody.
To the second round, not so fast. He crossed the center.
Uh-oh.
And that means he's going to lose that and have to come back for another.
Yeah, he's disqualified right here. Watch the rear tire. He's getting closer, 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 and this last one outside the line.
No, that wasn't outside the line.
DQ, you're going back to the gate.
For real?
Do it over.
Can
Beat
we watch that back?
One more time. It's just
That's
funny to
crazy.
Justin Barsha. He's so aggressive, he can't even stay.
Do you
on
guys
his
think
own
he went
side of the
over?
track. He's gotta
I didn't
get
see
over
him
to their
cross.
lane. It's just so on the nose.
Yeah, so again, it's best 2 out of 3 move on. So that's going to count as a win for Izzy, a loss for Barsha. Barsha won the first matchup between them, so it's 1-1.
Hey man, PayPal walked that
And Izzy gets
walked
the
that
lane
wokeness
choice.
right on back to
How
where it
about this
was.
story?
And look what he's doing. He's going on the right. He's going to put him back, Barsha back on the left side that he just got DQ'd from. So he's like, hey.
I feel you though. I just use PayPal on here. It's easy for people
so it's
to
a rematch between
send
Barsha
stuff, and I can
and
pay
Izzy.
for
Great to see
subscriptions
Izzy
or use
back
it
at the
wherever.
races.
You know what I mean?
Been a long time.
It's hard as hell to get
41
money
has
off
been
of
out there.
PayPal.
And
You don't have your
will
bank
be a
account
waiting
connected.
for Webb.
So I just usually leave it all in there.
He's moved on to the next round, so that's what's on the line. Who will face Webb in round 2? Will it be Izzy? Can Barsha keep it straight this time?
So it was a 2-0, and now we're looking at a 1-1. So, yeah, Izzy gets another shot at it here.
And again, for the people that are new, I'll post my Discord before we jet out of here. So, like, I got big plans for Supercross if they want to be wankers about taking stuff down.
Hard out of the gate, Barsha pulling an immediate lead. And you mentioned it, he's going to get a little more track time here.
I mean, if I'm
he's
Barsha,
really pushing.
look, I'm staying on the far left against the blocks. Like, don't go anywhere near it, because one little bobble, one little over scrub, you're over again. Oh, he don't care. He's just having a good time.
He's not taking your advice, Daniel.
No, he's not.
He's going to be close to the center again here with the whoops coming up. Over this scrub jump. No, he did move to the left side for the whoops.
He ain't playing this time. He's like, I got to get to round 2. I want some of Cooper Webb. I got this thing.
I think that fired Barsha
so Barsha
up.
is going to take it 2 wins to 1 over Nico Izzy. All right, so Barsha's having a good time, and we'll send it down in just a moment as Barsha gets ready to again move on to the next round. Let's send it down to Tina.
Yeah, well, Justin, what was your initial reaction when you found out I got to go up and do that again?
Well, I knew I went over the line like by this much. Maybe on TV it was more than that, but yeah, I was like, all right, let's go again. I feel good, riding good, and having fun. So yeah, all good.
Did that give you the opportunity to try new stuff?
No, not really. I've got my lines kind of sorted. I'm not really doing anything crazy, just trying to go fast, stay low, and carry speed. We
were watching close, and we're like, is he going to cross the line again? And then we saw you move to the left there in the woods.
It's okay. I've learned not to reply to him. You know what I'm saying? And they're also the people that have never sent me money to help participate for anything that we do.
Thank you.
So, small group. It's okay. Just let them be.
And I think that's what the fans want to see. Barsha against Webb in the next round is going to be really intriguing. And Barsha is able to survive against Izzy, and that's what we're going to get. Barsha against Webb in the next round. We're moving to the other side of the bracket. We'll have the second fastest qualifier, Marvin Musquin against Josh Greco, popular privateer who rented a motorcycle for the weekend. He doesn't own a 2-stroke. So we'll see what Greco can do. He watched him ride yesterday. He looked pretty good.
I thought he looked great. Captain Hook's riding well. And but Marvin Musquin, look, he's so good at this. Look, he's never lost, so I expect a big win here. And Greco's been riding great, though. I was really impressed by the way he attacked the track earlier.
But Musquin is so technical on a motorcycle. You're going to see some, they would call it body English, as he maneuvers that bike to get it right where he wants it on the ground.
Yeah, you think this race
yes, Adam, send nudes. Send me all the nudes.
Technical, you got to be smart. He's always been one of the most
paid in full
riders in the paddock, so this race is perfect for him. But he's on a 2-stroke, so there's some elements that he's not familiar with on a day-to-day basis. But as we saw in qualifying, Weege, absolutely flawless all day long.
Into the whoops. Musquin a big lead. And he's got it as he heads to the finish line. Great to have the Frenchman back at this event. And now on a 2-stroke, he has never lost a single run down the track in straight rhythm. He hasn't even won any of his runs, say, 2-1. He has never been beaten down the track at this event.
Guys, are we sleeping on Marv?
Learn from his mistakes, dig deep.
We might be sleeping on Marvin.
Wins, and that was a clean
run.
We're going to see more of that. But hey, there is a stat out there.
Blessinger!
Race never wins the race. So if you're Marvin right now, you're thinking, good, Kenny, take qualifying. I'll take the main event.
I like it. Let's introduce some more characters, and we mean it with Aaron Plessinger.
His pants say Chattahoochee on him.
And we got Raging up against him as well, the 69 on the right side. And Aaron Plessinger always has fun at the races, so that's going to be amped up today.
Yeah, the cowboy from Ohio looking good. He was great in qualifying. Riding that new bike, too, and these guys didn't have a lot of time on that fuel-injected 2-stroke, but they said they loved it. Obviously, everyone's having a great time, but really impressive. Another new guy, too, just like Barsha. Never know. Maybe he comes out swinging and gets his first win.
And the look of that bike is designed to look like a 1995 KTM that his dad, Hall of Famer Scott Plessinger, raced when he raced for KTM as a woods racer. So they got the old school style 2-stroke and the look, and it works. Plessinger takes the win.
Probably gets the best dressed award too, I'd say. I mean, everyone's looking cool out here, but when I saw his get up on Instagram, I said, yeah, that guy won it.
Yeah, it's designed to look like he's got a tank top on there. There's Wageman. And you don't see riders talking it over at most events.
Not
but here,
nicely.
there's bench racing.
Or sometimes they do that, but it's
in a bad way.
Yeah, you don't want that mic'd up. Ooh, this is
definitely.
right here.
That Hill's gonna take it, right?
Justin Hill was awesome.
What do you guys think?
Awesome
Alessi or Hill?
He's going against the 800.
Who's he gonna be?
Start because that's what he does. But Justin Hill, man, I'm telling you, he looked so awesome yesterday. Attacked every inch of this track, and he's gonna be fun to watch today.
And Mike Alessi might be the best starter in the history of this sport. Only runs a part-time schedule as a pro these days, but you know he's going to be quick off the draw here. And we haven't seen Justin Hill at the races much lately either, but his skill set is so perfectly matched to this event. Just so skilled, especially when it comes to jumping, is the 46 of Hill, and he's building a lead already, and there's the big quad.
Okay, so there's another quad there we've seen guys do. We haven't seen it yet in competition, but you saw how he jumped in that 4. I do think that is the fastest way in. The guys that are doing it are picking up some time, but keep an eye on that second quad. Oh, okay.
The swag!
There, but keep an eye on that second quad as we move on.
Hill pulling a big lead on Alessi. He might be as fast as anyone here. Alessi's riding well. Whoops Also a strong point for Hill. This event is just so perfect for him, and he shows you why.
Yeah, the Sheriff of Supercross gets it done. That's 1-0. He'll go back to the line. He's got to get one more in, and the fun matchup will be later on as we get tighter into the Musquin battle. We get to the Webb Barcia battle, but just watch Hill. Here's that quad. Now, I don't know if they're going to pull it later, but right here, they can do it again. Hansen did it yesterday, and they were kind of testing the speed, see if it's working or not.
Yeah, I don't have a Venmo. I wouldn't even have a PayPal after what they did, but all I have is a PayPal.
Yeah, if you've got to find something extra.
Thanks if you're sending me anything. I appreciate it.
He's competed at this
I don't
event
check
every
it or
time he's
anything.
had it. He's made the finals
Like,
before.
oh, he sent me a
He
dime.
wants to get the win.
Hammered it, too. Blitzed those right there.
Oh, that was nice, Hanny.
Okay, here's the quad.
Moran's there on the right side. He did the quad. And the Moran's Mafia, the privateer on the right side, trying to make a little comeback. Yeah, I'm not sure that quad is faster.
No, it's hard to tell. And earlier in qualifying, we couldn't tell because these guys weren't giving it their all every time, so we didn't know. But Hansen, of course, has got that talent, that skill. He's going to be the one to find that. And, you know, the competition, they're looking at it and trying to decide if it's going to be worth it or not. But Hanny, man, just so much talent. It's effortless for him.
Hansen takes the win over Moran.
Yes.
He is a tough customer in this type of event. Does R&D and testing for Husqvarna now. Musquin back to the gate. And let's get to know the number 25.
My history about this event is that I never lost a run. Every time I compete here, I won every single run, so it's very special for me. I haven't raced in a few years, and going on the two-stroke for me is completely new. So
Thanks, guys. You're sending me some cash. I appreciate it. It's going to go towards Supercross.
Riding on the four-stroke was just natural for me, and
maybe one
never lost
ice-cold
a run,
Coca-Cola.
but on the two-stroke, we'll see how it goes.
If I feel like splurging, you know, one Coca-Cola for myself.
Well, so far it's been very good. Second quickest in qualifying, and he's up 1-0 on Josh Greco here.
Look at the stash!
This one,
Yes.
The Frenchman moves on to round 2.
I'm going for Greco.
You love to hear them off that step down. Look at Greco giving it a run.
Start by Greco, keep him close as long as you can, but watch Marvin Musquin, the way he rides the motorcycle. He uses his body, he uses his weight in a lot of these transitions, and he'll lighten up in spots when he needs to, but then he'll throw down a lot of weight when he needs the traction, like right there on the downside of these jumps. I mean, these guys are all having a good time, but I see the focus with Marvin Musquin right now. He is focused forward, and he knows it's going to be more challenging as we go, but God, it's poetry in motion watching this man ride.
Double scrubs and then into the whoops fast. Musquin is flying and takes the win. Greco.
Yeah, we sleeping on Musquin. I'm telling you right now.
And make the drive back in his van to his native Indiana. It's good to see him out here. But Marvin Musquin, who again has never lost a run in this event, certainly a stiff challenge for Greco. Send it back down to Tina.
Yeah, and Marvin does continue his record of winning every race so far, but this time on a two-stroke. How's the bike feeling?
Well, yeah, it's a lot of learning for me. A couple days on it on the Supercross track, and trying to learn it yesterday practice, and a little bit more practice again today. But now it's racing, so we need to be perfect.
Yeah, how is it to get back into that competitive mindset?
Yeah, it feels good. It feels good. It's good. I really love this start. I mean, you're like basically in a cage by yourself, but you know you have your competition right next to you. On the other side, it's a lot of fun. I love this event.
Thanks so much.
And that's what everybody says.
Marv is
how
a
much
very,
fun
very sneaky.
They have at this event.
He
Our
changed
next
your
matchup
socks.
is going to be Plessinger in a rematch against Wageman. And Plessinger leads 1-0, which means if he wins this one, he moves on. We'll see how well he can adapt to the two-stroke.
It's a tough draw for Wageman, too, because he looked great in qualifying, but you match up with AP. He's
Way
a
down
Supercross
on
champ. He's a
the
motocross
Chattahoochee.
champ. A lot of talent, a lot of skill. And for Wageman, though, great opportunity to show yourself to everybody. I mean, he's really skilled on the bike, and to get this matchup, again, tough draw, but do something with it, make it challenging, get yourself on the map.
Wageman does have multiple top 10s as a 250 rider in Supercross, so he's capable, and he's giving Plessinger the best run he can. And he's keeping him honest. Wageman's pushing hard on that 69 there on our right.
I'm watching him close too, no mistakes. Pretty solid. There's a couple spots where AP was there's a little more burst from the number 7, but Wageman's in this thing. He's way closer than he was last time, and great showing so far, but it's really hard to make up that gap in these whoops.
Yeah, Plessinger able to pull away there. Now heads into the whoops. And running that Chattahoochee look, trying to make it look like jeans as best they can with the gear. And Plessinger is going to eliminate Wageman.
I think Plessinger's definitely got the best
cool
gear so far. Those pants are lit.
It'd have been fun to be in that meeting with Thor. What should we do for AP's? Where can we go with this?
Can you make it look like this? And they did it.
Yeah, look at him right here. Oh, it's so good. It's like Marvin. Uses his body, uses his weight.
Hey, man,
really
hold on.
technical.
Who said that? Jabiga. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
So Plessinger moving on. We go back to Alessi versus Hill. Hill got the win in the first run. Hill with the Team Tedder. And he will be back racing Supercross next year. So he has been training. He has been riding. Jumped on a two-stroke with this. Alessi
I got you. I got him. I got him. Fucking got him.
Always come armed with the most horsepower they can. Stars is such a big part of his game. Here we go.
That is a rad view right there. Think about it from a rider's perspective. You're getting ready to battle it out with your buddy, but that view where you can see the end of the track all the way down there, it's so rad for these guys, rad for the fans, rad for us, and just the talent level at the top. And again, to see Justin Hill back too, that's what's cool, because when he's on his game and he's motivated, he is so dang fun.
And doing it right there. A little fun with the whip over that 85-footer in the center of the track, getting away now from Alessi. Really going to be cool to see Hill go through this bracket. He might have the stuff to take down anyone. Is it an upset special brewing? Hill's moving on. And he told us this bike is good. He does not feel like
Hey, man, they're not old. They're actually new vans. I tried to coffee dye them, and it didn't necessarily go like I had envisioned it going. They're actually new. They just look really old. I apologize.
Man, when they all got in there to the grandstand area, they all swarmed to that spot because they knew something was special there. And man, they've been throwing it all day long.
It'll be Hansen versus Morans again. And Hansen looked very good every time he was out on this track. And he absolutely loves, I think he might love riding his dirt bike more now than ever. That he's not a full-time racer any longer. But behind the scenes, it's a lot of development for Husqvarna, so he still rides quite a bit. So let's ramp it up. Morans versus Hansen. Morans charging hard.
See if Hansen goes forward. We get the one. Does he do it again? He does. He didn't have to seat bounce that time. Stayed a little lower, jumped a little further. So see, he's modifying his own line right there. Probably figured out that second quad. Oh, he's good. But that second quad wasn't as fast the first run, so he's experimenting with it. That's what you like to see.
Look at that. Double whips from Morans and Hansen. Hansen has come so close to winning this race so many times before. He would love to get it this time.
Oh, gosh.
Crush those whoops and the 100. Moving on.
What whoops? What whoops?
Straight away. And that's going to be the end of it for Morans. Hansen's moving on. Let's send it back to Salema.
Boys, I am having just a blast, and we're starting to see some speed out here on this track. Now, when we were coming into racing today, the threat, I know this is going to sound weird in Southern California, was that we were going to have rain and lightning. There was some light rain that happened earlier today. Thankfully, it passed. It is a beautiful day for racing. And, you know, we're in Huntington Beach. The surf right around 3 to 4 foot. You know, light wind offshore. I had a look at it this morning, and I said, you know what, I'm going to save it for the game. Maybe get a surf in tomorrow morning. But it is just a beautiful day in Huntington Beach. But right now, let's throw it back down to Tina. It looks like Hansen is really enjoying this saltwater air on his bike, Tina.
Well, yeah, thanks, Salema. I am with Josh. And at this point in the race, how much are you trying to figure out your line? We always see you try new stuff.
Yeah, that's what's exciting. You can pull some stuff out, and it's always really close. I always try to look for that little bit of advantage, you know, so I'm excited about this event.
A brand new bike, how are you feeling on it?
I love it. Yeah, this Rockstar Husqvarna Energy, Rockstar Energy, Husqvarna Factory Racing. I mean, this thing, it's been new for me these last couple months, and it's been such a cool change. So between the Fox gear, this bike, Rockstar, it's really cool.
Yeah, and guys, the quarterfinals are setting up to be really fun to watch.
No doubt about that, Tina. So speaking of that, we're going to have, I mean, when you get guys like
Look at all
Roczen
those
and
people there,
Hansen
dude.
in the mix
God,
together.
it'd be so cool to be
It's
there
gonna
right now.
Really fun later on in this event.
Even though the crowd's spread out, I bet hearing them all just cheer is
And now
insane.
one of the most anticipated matchups of all, Roczen against Hansen. We're coming up on one of the big jump combos, and that's where Hansen excels. Hansen the launch. Oh, he messed up. He did not get it. Roczen gets it. And Roczen won the first matchup between these two, so it's a must-win for Hansen. He will give Roczen all he can handle. Hansen has a couple of tricks, some big leaps that Roczen doesn't want to do. Here comes Hansen.
Oh, he got it that time. What a difference it made.
Here it is. Side by side. Roczen gets the edge.
Dick, I agree with you, but that time could be made up in the whoops. Yeah, I know it's sold out. It's crazy, huh? Moto's alive and well, but they damn well keep trying to kill it with all these paid for subscriptions.
Now at T-Mobile. T-Mobile gives you Apple TV Plus included. So watch your favorite Apple originals on iPhone's most advanced display ever. Get iPhone 14 Pro on us with Apple TV Plus included. Now at T-Mobile.
Find out where that road leads. Take on any challenge.
I know I had my old crappy Vans on that I coffee dyed, but I still would have liked to seen that guy's face when my foot pedal cam came up, dude. Like, what are the odds? He had no idea I'm a sim racer. No idea, like, I stream and have a pedal cam just for my feetsies. Oh, have me dying.
A once daily pill.
When UC got unpredictable, I got rapid symptom relief with Rinvoq. Check.
When UC held me back, I got lasting steroid-free remission with Rinvoq. Check.
And when UC got the upper hand,
Rinvoq helped visibly repair the colon lining.
Yeah, dude, like, just the ambiance and stuff that the two strokes create, like, it, you know, like, it brings back memories of me racing and riding and, you know, I don't know, just hearing them. And then on top of it, getting to stream it and hang out with some of you guys. All my old G's in here. I see y'all. See y'all. Some new people in here. I think I forgot y'all.
Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Put UC in check and keep it there with Rinvoq.
Ask your gastroenterologist about Rinvoq.
The doggo cam. I got a new camera, so it might be hard to put them on camera, the way it's aimed. Hold on, hold on. Let me see what the dogs are doing, because we're on a break anyway.
Sonic.
Welcome back to Red Bull Straight Rhythm. We are just loving the vibes here. You see the crowds lined all the way up. About 15,000 strong, sold out, and two people who did buy tickets, Robbie Madison and Tyler Behrman. Guys, thank you for stopping by. I know you're busy today. We got the Moto Beach Classic that's happening next door, and you guys threw your legs over some bikes today?
Yeah, it was fun out there, right?
It was fun.
The dirt was
it
good.
Was cool.
Come here.
I
Come
actually
on.
got to race with my dad out there.
Come
my
here.
dad just had a 60-second
Can you come up here?
yesterday.
Come on.
I talked a lot
People want to see Doggo. Come on. Oh, big guy.
I put it to him in qualifying.
Whew.
We both fell in our heat races, and we had some fun.
Oh, big
at the
guy.
end.
Oh,
We
get
kinda
the
just started
kisses.
at the back of the pack and
Get these
high-low
smooches.
in and out of the turns and had a lot of fun.
Hold on, I got 3 of them, or 2 of them are here. Come here.
I had a great time.
Come on.
I raced made the final. It was cool. It's so
Oh,
crazy.
big guy.
Peak bikes, they're all coming
Look at
in
the
and
camera
bikes
over
turn a
there.
bit tighter,
Look at
and
the
you feel
kisses.
like you're just on a collision course, but managed to get out of there in one piece. It was a lot of fun. But,
Okay,
yeah, it's great spectacle. Like having all this crowd here on dirt
It's
bikes. on the
crazy,
beach,
right?
it's
We're in
awesome.
Huntington Beach.
Yeah,
It's
it's
crazy, man.
We got some B-roll of you guys out here on the track that I know they're going to throw up, and then we'll talk a little bit about the course. But take us through it.
This is me and my dad right here. So I think this is the first lap. I'm on the inside, and I go down. On the second lap, coming around that same turn, I go down.
They're
I
busy.
end up
They're
getting
busy
ran
playing in the
over.
other room.
track
They got a
was
little
really
camera
slick
time
early
for
in
the
morning. We
for
were
the dog
first
lovers
race.
in the channel.
But had a good time. My dad ended up going down on the last lap, and I ended up getting him back. So that's why I won in the qualifier, because we both went down, and he went down after I did. So I got up and got him.
When I ran into you guys last night, he was pretty fired up.
He was fired up.
He was not trying to do it for free.
Competitive.
I know you're still buzzing after your trip to Kansas. Tell us a little bit about Red Bull Imagination. I mean, just seeing what I saw clip-wise, it just seemed like another one of those iconic shifts for freestyle moving forward.
Yeah, it was really cool, man. Like free riding in particular is like, it's just the more simplicity of it, and like my whole goal with the whole event was just to create a dirt skate park for motorcycles, and there were so many options. We have a 5-minute run, and there's so many jumps on the course, we can't hit them all in the 5 minutes. So it was really cool to kind of see everyone really put their mind to putting their line together and figuring out like all the jumps that they want to do and put them together. And yeah, it was really, 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 really fun. A lot of big jumps, and it was really cool. So stoked to get through it in one piece. And coming off that injury, it was a lot of grind, a massive grind just to get there and be on the bike, and to be able to put it together and do what I set out to do was mission accomplished. So really stoked.
The future of that is going to be amazing. Real quick, picks for the 250s.
Picks for 250s.
I really want to see Hansen do it. Like, Hansen's one of the most stylish guys on the bike, and he puts together all the rhythms before everyone else, and he's one of the guys that has been really close but hasn't won this event yet. So I'm really looking for Hansen.
My money's on Kenny.
All right.
I'm going for Kenny.
There you go. All right, we'll jump into the 125s. Guys, thanks for stopping by. Maybe have you come back a little bit later as we get into the speed. Back to you.
Yo, Rando.
Thanks. Awesome to have two
Attention.
legends there, freestyle.
Calling
cool
Rando. Is Rando still in the lobby?
Out there at the Moto Beach Classic. We're going to move to the 125 class, so smaller bikes, less power, even higher revs on the two-strokes. And there are 8 riders entered. There you see the names. It'll be Varize, Debrino, Catanzaro, and the rest of the group. But we'll bring him up right now with Varize and Andy Debrino, who also raced that flat track event, the Moto Beach Classic.
Yo, Rando, you still in here?
Supermoto champion, road racing race winner. He does a little bit of everything and not too shabby on a supercross type track.
Yeah, he was good in qualifying today. Blew me away, super impressive. But unfortunately, he's going against Varize. And Varize has been great all year. Think back to supercross. Think back to motocross. Solid season. That's how he got that number 42. That's his new number. And he's looked great all day long. He loves the 125. He's kind of light on the bike, too. So in a class that requires a lot of power, this is a guy who can win this thing because he's light on that bike.
The 19-year-old, one of the up-and-coming stars of the motocross and supercross game. That means he was racing mini cycles that are two-strokes not that long ago. So not as big of an adjustment for Varize, and he goes on to win. I got to give a shout out for Debrino, for a supermoto road racer and flat track guy to come out and do all these obstacles. He didn't get the win, but when you watch him ride, you're like, he can do the jumps, he can handle it.
Yeah, and it's technical. It's straight rhythm. There's a lot of rhythm sections, which means timing and kind of sending off some triples. And
yo, what up, 1 for 1? Yeah, I need to get back on MX bikes. I've been busy sim racing.
Who has been one of the stars of this event in the past, and Ryan Morris, veteran, former pro. There's a lot of development work for KTM and Morris on the 116, pulling a huge early lead.
I am not supposed to show favoritism, but I have it. Ryan Morris, NorCal guy. We were actually rivals as kids growing up, but I don't know. I don't think our dads were super good friends, but we always were. So I'm Team Mo in this one. I love the cat too, but I got Ryan Morris.
How about the cat? Oh, and he threw a footer.
Hey, and he did it on purpose.
Yeah, this time
he was here, he did it on accident.
This is our closest run, Daniel. We've
seen
so
AJ.
far today. Catanzaro, an amazing comeback. It's going to come down to the whoops. Who gets the drive? Little bit better there from Morris. If he did not cross that center line, did he cross the line? He got to the checkers first.
See his body in the air. He was leaning left. He knew it was going right. We're going to see. That might have been an AJ win right there.
Let's see. So here's Morris. He's closer to the camera.
Okay. You know, the problem is, too, is that the lines that these guys are taking, it's developing and breaking in. So you're taking what the guy before you did, and they're riding so tight to that line. He's good in the whoops, but little kick there, but watch off this jump. Watch his body. He tries to get back left. Oh, because he knows right here.
Oh!
I can't see what I think.
I can't see the other side. He might have. I got to give credit. Oh, what's this? First of all, mounting a big comeback, making up time, and throwing the Superman in. Catanzaro. So we'll figure out if that was a line cross on the DQ or not. We'll go to our next matchup. We got the German, Dominic Thury, And Derek Kelly opened a lot of eyes with a breakthrough
Yeah,
season
Robert.
this year, both in Supercross and Motocross.
I agree with that. That
That's why
pipe
he earned
is
national number 41.
pipe is
for
nice.
2023. And the AEO Power Sports KTM team quietly building into a powerhouse. But Thury has been very quick and determined every time we've seen him ride. And look, he's pulled the lead.
Love this for Thury. He's from Germany, an international rider, living his best life. Got some top 10s in Supercross this year, and now he's at Straight Rhythm, just checking those boxes. He's been great all day riding for Team Solitaire, but Kelly was a little quicker earlier, and he's got the advantage now.
But a mistake from Kelly, and he can't jump the big one. And that's going to allow Thury to retake the lead.
Can't make a mistake on a 125. You just don't have the chance to recover. If you miss one rhythm, there's just no power there. So for Kelly, he's going to have to kill these whoops.
He gave it a run, not enough. And I think we've got our first upset.
Yeah.
Thury takes the win over the rider that was faster in qualifying.
Yeah, it's this big mistake right here. This is what catches him. Looks good, but comes up a little short. Can't do the double and the triple out. It's just, you got to be able to nail those things clean, especially to get this big jump. They said it's third gear wide open, and for Kelly, that about a half a second he lost there, that's what cost him.
So they'll have a rematch. It's 1-0 Thury. We go to Dylan Woodcock, the rider out of England, and Carson Brown, who's won this event before on a 125. He can rip on any type of bike, but he's especially good on two strokes. Watch the 910.
You always hear about factory riders having all that excess resources and parts and bringing multiple bikes. Carson Brown brought 2 bikes to this race just to make sure he'd be on the right one. He says this one's got softer outdoor suspension, but he loved the platform. He says this bike can get him the win today.
But Woodcock is keeping it close, and he is on an old school of 2004 Suzuki RM 125. Well, he was close, but now Brown throwing down.
Check out Carson Brown on Instagram, too, if you get a chance. This guy is so talented, so fun. This is the race for him. It's a perfect environment for Carson Brown.
Oh, yeah, he'll take bikes from the 70s and jump huge leaps that they were never designed to do and make it look good. So for him, hey, 125, that's relatively modern equipment. This is an amazing bike for him.
Compared to what he throws himself on all the time in the mud, too. He's got this track at home. Super rad Supercross track. He'll get on any bike, an 85, an old one, whatever. You get him on a good 125, you see a result like that.
So we go back to Varese versus the versatile Andy DeBrino, the Supermoto champion. And Varese, again, an up-and-coming star in this sport. And not that long ago, he was racing 125s as an amateur. So he probably has a little less of an adaptation to make on the number 42.
Good start, nice and clean. And once you're out front like that, it's just management. And you know your competition, too. He knows that he's got a little bit more in the tank than DeBrino, so all he has to do is be clean. But at the same time, you can't rest easy. The next round will be tougher, so Varese can't just cruise this one in. He's got to stay on his game.
Yeah, trying to find those extra tenths of a second that could make all the difference later on in the runs. 85 feet over the center of the course. Tripling on, off. And now a little double, a speed check. The power to the ground for the whoops.
God, he looks good. That was perfect.
And Varese takes it over DeBrino. Bit of a slow build. Didn't come out of the amateur ranks with huge hype, but he's just getting better and better every time you see him race. And again, he's familiar with these types of bikes. He could be the rider to beat later on in the 125 class. Now watch. We're going to go back to this AJ Catanzaro Superman. As you said, Daniel, this was on purpose earlier today on the number 330. But it's shades of what we saw on accident the last time we had this event. One of the all-time moments of Red Bull Straight Rhythm with AJ Catanzaro.
So I came for the first time in 2018 trying to figure out the best tribute that I could do.
This is for the person that mentioned my Big Lebowski t-shirt.
Following year,
yeah, buddy. Look at that. Does this look familiar? I searched high and low for one of these. Authentic. Real nice.
Amazing. We had custom painted plastics in the whole deal, except for foot pegs. We had stock foot pegs that were dull, so when I clipped it, my feet slipped off the foot pegs, both at the same time. So when that happens, the only thing left to do is just be Supermaning.
Oh, it catches his feet.
Like, looking back on it, it was the best thing that could have possibly happened. But in the moment, that was horrifying. So 2 years, I've had the most fun of any event ever, by far. So now I have to figure out how to one-up it this time.
One way to do that would be to win it.
That's right.
But look, Morris is credited with 1-0. We thought he might have crossed the line. As far as we know, he has not.
No, bro,
So
I have the
Catanzaro's
rug
back against the
too.
wall.
I have the rug.
Yeah,
I can't show you because I'd have to move the camera and take more time up. But just trust me, I have the rug. I have the T-shirt.
He's a rad rider. He's got
Just trust me, I got the rug, bro.
Style. He's really postured good on the bike. He's
And it really ties my room together. You know what I mean?
He's got his work cut out for him. Morris is a veteran, man. Mo knows how to race the bike, so for AJ, you better bring it now because Mo could put you down in this one.
And yeah, AJ spends a lot of his time teaching riding schools. That's where that great style comes from. And he's a lot better out of the hole this time. Morris had built a big lead in their previous run, not now. Catanzaro in the 330, a little bit closer. Still an edge.
Different rhythm right there, too. The track builders are amazing. Two separate rhythms, but they equal out almost perfectly. And this was the best battle in the last round. They're doing it again.
Catanzaro edging ahead now of Morris. So Morris going to have to pull something out as they head to the whoops, or we're going to a round of 3.
Oh, it's tight. It's tight.
Here's the run to the whoops. Morris pours it on. Side by side to the line.
Got him.
Morris.
Got him. Wow.
What a comeback.
Wow. Late comeback. He was so good in the whoops. That was pure commitment on the back of the bike, and it was what he needed, and he got it.
Catanzaro led about 90% of that run. Morris never gave up on it.
Love this replay. Look, he's behind, but he never gave up. Just kept chipping away. And right here, even a little mistake, but he got the drive and just goes for it.
There's the final margin, about half a bike length. And we'll show you exactly what the photo finish. And Catanzaro, an amazing run, but just like that, he's eliminated. Let's send it down to Tina.
Oh, man. Yeah, one of the first really tight races that we've seen. First off, AJ, you were just throwing everything at him in that second race.
He's one of the worst people to go against in this group because he's so consistent. I knew that, right? On these bikes, it's very hard to not mess up, and I knew he would be one guy to not mess up, and he didn't.
Yeah, and that end, let's talk about those whoops. Made the difference for you.
Yeah, for sure. We got the bike pretty good, so super happy. I can't get that rhythm lane at the beginning, being on a 125 against everyone on 150s, but suspension, chassis, everything's really good on this new bike, and looking forward to the next round.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, so Catanzaro, one of the favorites, already eliminated, and Ryan Morris, who does a lot of the testing and development for KTM, is moving on. We go back to Thury against Kelly, and this was the upset special. Kelly, quicker in qualifying. Thury won the first run between them.
Yeah, Thury, I mean, he's been good all day, too. You talk about consistency. AJ just said that. He's been really solid from start to finish. Kelly has, too, but in that run right there, he did make that big mistake. If he cleans that up, I think he's got a shot at it, but these two are very evenly matched. We're going to see him run now.
A little bit quicker reaction time from Kelly on the left side, but Thury comes right back. Thury on that 76. Little mistake, and that's going to allow Kelly to secure the lead.
He's got about a half a bike length now, and I'm telling you, when you're behind, you can see it in your peripheral. You're not looking to the guy to your left or right, but you know he's there, and if you're Thury now, it's hard to make up that difference because you got to take some chances, but if you do on a 125, that's when the mistakes come, so Thury's going to have to be perfect from here on out.
Kelly under a little bit of pressure right now. He's got to hold strong. Thury's coming back. No! Derek Kelly into the final jump, and he's got to win. So we are tied 1-1. Thury versus Kelly will go to a third.
That was awesome. That was a great run by both. I mean, these guys are fighting it out. And I mean, if you're Kelly, you'd love to get in the final. You'd love to take on your teammate Varize if they can get there. But first, you got to get through Thury, and you got him there. But we got one more to go. Those two aren't letting up.
And then Carson Brown, just an all-around talent and very good on these bikes. Dylan Woodcock was able to hold him close for the first half of the run in their previous matchup. See if he can keep it close all the way down to the end this time.
I love that movie.
And yeah, that's a guy to Colorado, delivered the bike. They borrowed it for the weekend for Woodcock to race. It was fun to hear how these bikes end up getting here, these old machines. 2004 for the rider on the right side. Brown a slight early lead over the Englishman. Woodcock on that 275. Passfoot closing it back in. Good rhythm there from Woodcock.
Everything's clean. I mean, I'm watching Woodcock. I don't see mistakes, but it's just the inches. Carson Brown is so much more aggressive, especially on the downside. Watch when he lands, he's aggressive on the downside of every single jump, and that's a rider who is not concerned with doing the obstacle. He knows he's got it covered. He's looking for speed. That confidence, that aggression is why you see a lead like this.
And this one looks to be over into the final double. Carson Brown wants to be a two-time Red Bull
Dude,
Straight
Brown was
Rhythm
ripping
champion
through
in
the
this
whoops.
class,
Did you guys see
and
that?
He's looking good early on here
Boy
in
was
2022.
All right, Meow Brown.
And this really
Calm
lends
down.
itself to a guy like Carson Brown, his versatility, his experience with two strokes, and his creativity. And as you said, nailing those jumps. When you see him on Instagram,
I am
these
the
rhythms
walrus.
together, Carson Brown is definitely one of the favorites. Let's send it back down to Tina.
Yeah, and a lot of eyes are on Carson Brown. And Carson, how comfortable are you feeling out there?
Oh, we're feeling good. We made a little mistake that first one, but, you know, just got to shake the cobwebs off and clean it up for his next runs here, and we'll be dialed.
You know, the focus that you had coming into this, describe that for us, especially because you brought two bikes.
Yeah, the thing is, just here, you can't make any mistakes or else it really sets you up bad for even the next section. But, yeah, we've been swapping around bikes a little bit, having some fun with it. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to these next ones.
Yeah, have some fun moving on.
Kenny's going good
All
at
right,
the
thanks,
moment.
Tina. That's Carson Brown. Moving on, we'll go to our next matchup up in the starts. That is not Derek Kelly. It's his teammate, Josh Freeze and left. They got identical looks. One is number 41. Is Kelly. And we had the, that's right, we have to do the third runoff between Thury and Kelly. Kelly's teammate, Josh Freeze, has already moved on the 42. So they've been very close both times. Who's going to win the rubber match? One moves on, one will be eliminated. Thury on the 76, Kelly on the 41.
Back to the original lanes, too, from the first run. So maybe something on that right-hand side caught Kelly. We'll find out right here, but this is the same path that they were on in their first run where Thury was advantageous, but right now Kelly looks good. They look side by side.
Little lead for Kelly, but Thury's fighting back. Into this rhythm lane. Good job by Thury to keep it low. He does it again. He got close.
He went over on that double and lost that speed and had to, you know, check out of his commitment right there. And now again, now you're behind. You got to send it. If Kelly's just clean, this one is over.
So Catanzaro said you have to be consistent. One mistake by Thury is going to end it. Derek Kelly is moving on. A big whip for good measure. So Derek Kelly really starting to make a name for himself with a dynamite season hovering around the top 10 in pro motocross. And that's not easy to do when you're not on the full factory team. And quickly adapting to the 125. And moving on to the next round, he eliminates the German, Dominic Thury, and we'll send it back to Tina.
Yeah, and on this course, it is quick, it is fast. How precise do you need to be?
No, definitely. It's super techy, and especially on a 125. You got to hit everything. The first run, I missed the rhythm, and I was just like, well, he's not doing it, so I might as well just go double-double and hit it clean and finish it out.
Do you feel like you have your line already moving forward as you're moving on to the semifinals?
From practice, it seems like the right side is actually, for me, it was faster, but now it seems like the left side, so I might be going left.
And
Are you asking what pedals I have, Caleb?
All right, that's really cool. We'll have potentially a battle between
you just
the
stoked
teammates
that I'm
later on. Maybe it'll be Kelly versus Varize. We mentioned this Moto Beach Classic. Roland Sands, always creative when it comes to putting
The pedals are German. They're German. They're very nice.
when we return.
The all-new Hyundai Tucson.
I don't know if I've ever actually like banged my head to a Hyundai commercial, but I think today might be the day.
I'm just the flu.
Hey, it's my wolf.
Quite harmless, really. And when people ask, but aren't
Finn,
you into
come
dangerous
look at this
flu
guy.
complications like pneumonia,
Look, it's
heart
one of you.
attack, and
Look.
hospitalizations?
You look at it.
I just say, but I'm just the flu.
It's him.
Who? I'm just the flu.
Fight the flu with Sanofi flu vaccines, which help prevent flu in older adults. They've even been shown to provide better protection from flu-related complications compared to standard dose flu shots.
Don't get Fluzone high-dose quadrivalent if you've had a severe allergic reaction to its components, including egg products, or after previous dose of flu vaccine. Don't get Flublok quadrivalent if you've had a severe allergic reaction to its components. Tell your healthcare professional if you've had severe muscle weakness after a flu shot. People with weakened immune systems may have a lower vaccine response.
This flu season, you do have a choice. Choose the protection of a Sanofi flu vaccine. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which Sanofi flu vaccine is right for you.
Asking what would
Andy Otto.
Is how you
What do you play, bro?
That's my jam.
I just got my license for LFM,
Sunday.
so I'm getting ready to start streaming, trying to get in the top split.
That feels right.
Oh,
crazy good.
Olive Garden's
Pop-Tarts.
Never-Ending Pasta Bowl is back, which means the never-ending pasta you crave is back. Enjoying them with homemade sauces and topping them off again and again, that's back too. Going back for seconds, even thirds, back.
You ain't sticking me with
Starting it all off with our never-ending first course.
no needle.
Well, that's always been here. Never-ending Pasta Bowl, it's back.
No,
Starting
sir.
at $13.99. Olive Garden, we're all family here.
Man, I wish we had an Olive Garden where I lived. Make me a happy, happy man.
To store fresh dumplings, so you can unlock long-distance traditions. Ziploc, unlock life. America's #1 trusted food storage bag. SC Johnson.
Heck yeah, Andy. Hey, I'm gonna post my I'll post my other Discord where I hang out and do sim racing and stuff. I got one for me and my buds.
Completed our first set of runs for this year's event, but it's not
I'll
just
post it under this
straight
video
rhythm.
when it,
This year,
you know, like
right
when it
next
goes
door, Roland Sands hosting the
goes back
Moto
live.
Beach Classic, the flat track race.
Or not live,
Earlier,
when it
Tina Dixon
replays
caught
on
up
my
with
channel.
I was fortunate enough to catch up with Roland Sands, who's been a very busy man because of the Moto Beach Classic happening right now. Explain this event to us.
You can see this is motorcycle madness at its finest. My buddy Jeremy Malott and I put this crazy idea together. I've been throwing Moto Beach Classic down here at Huntington.
My town
Safety.
sucks, man,
We've been throwing
okay?
Straight Rhythm. We're like, why don't we smash
You don't have to remind
Red Bull
me.
Straight Rhythm in the Moto Beach Classic together?
You know, I'm looking around and there's bikes on sand. I'm at the beach. There's guys out surfing. How did this all come together?
You know, this was, I think, originally inspired by Bruce Brown, The Endless Summer on Any Sunday. Like, I wanted to smash those two things together. My life has always been on the beach and been on two wheels. And so now we're doing it here in Huntington Beach and doing it as big as we've ever done it.
I was so impressed when I first showed up. I saw the bikes, the crowd, the cultural aspect around this event.
You know, we wanted to bring a lot of artwork together and really to like show off not only the racing, but the custom bikes, also the amazing vendors that are all out here. You know, we got Mission Foods that's supporting the Moto Beach Classic this year. And we got a whole tremendous amount of people that are out here supporting this event. They've come out here, they've loaded their stuff in on the sand. They're gonna have to get it all back out of the sand. We only got one vehicle stuck in the sand this entire, no, 3 food trucks this morning. It's been nuts.
That's okay, as long as you get the food. Last question, how does one get involved in this event?
Well, I think right now you gotta go check out our live stream and you can go and watch that. I don't know when this is going to air, but if you watch the live stream, you can watch the playback. Next year, hopefully we'll be back here on the beach in Southern California.
Hey, thanks for taking the time. Go get back at it.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, Disciple, I'm not saying you're wrong. Marvin looks pretty frosty.
Love having Roland Sands involved with this event. Marvin Muscat.
I was saying earlier,
is
I think we were
back.
sleeping on
We
Marv.
mentioned that he has taken down some of the best in the business in this game, and that includes when he had to take down his teammate and the multi-time Supercross champion, Ryan Dungey. Let's go back to 2016. It's our KMC milestone matchup. Muscan versus Dungey in the Open Class Final. So we begin the finals, the ultimate showdown for Red Bull Straight Rhythm.
Right now, Marvin Muscan with a slight advantage, but Ryan Dungey coming back.
But Muscan right now on the rider's right has the edge. Can Dungey find something? Not quite. Muscan's looking for the win, and he's got it. This could be it. We could watch the crowning of a new champion. Side by side of the speed check. Dungey's got momentum on his side. He continues to close, but Marvin Muscan's gonna beat him to the line. Marvin Muscan is the Red Bull Straight Rhythm champion.
What made it all come together?
Ryan was doing great, and Ryan was actually getting faster and faster, and man, I pushed really hard. I'm really happy.
I'm digging this little song, this little tidbit right here. Like for a car commercial.
Hyundai Tucson.
Very nice.
Your mission, stand up to moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis.
Or active psoriatic arthritis.
And take it on with Rinvoq.
Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that tackles pain, stiffness, swelling.
For some, Rinvoq significantly reduces RA and PSA fatigue. It can stop irreversible joint damage.
And Rinvoq can leave skin clear, or almost clear, in PSA. That's Rinvoq Relief.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin cancer, death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can
If you
occur.
take this
Tell your
medication,
doctor if
you will
are or
die
become
and shit your
pregnant.
pants at the same
Ask
time.
your rheumatologist about Rinvoq
Ask your
Relief.
doctor about Rinvoq today.
Make it your mission. Learn how AbbVie could help you save on Rinvoq.
When Wingstop made a chicken sandwich, you know they wouldn't make just one. Now you can have 12 new sauce and toss favorites, like lemon pepper, mango habanero, and OG hot. So try the new chicken sandwich for only $5.49 at Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings.
Oh, come on. Now, back in my day, Grandma would have made
sweeter level.
the Rice Krispie treats in the commercial. This is BS, man. Grandma getting lazy.
My number is 618-437-7425.
Okay.
It's for
Can
something
anyone
else.
tell me what Julie did wrong there?
You gotta repeat the number. I mean, no one's ever gonna get it the first time.
Nope.
Didn't leave her last name.
No, the phone tells you who called.
Yeah, she didn't mention a good time to call her back. How am I supposed to know when to call her back?
No, she just shouldn't have left a voicemail. 9 out of 10 times a text will do.
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents.
Yes, this is the live of the Straight Rhythm, but we are watching commercials right now.
Back in Huntington Beach, Red Bull Straight Rhythm. We've taken Supercross racing for dirt bikes. We've removed the turns. We left in the jumps, the whoops, the obstacles. And we're basically drag racing over those obstacles. Let's give you our bracket here. Ken Roczen moved on, our fast qualifier, into round 2. Austin Politelli eliminated Chris Blows. So it will be Roczen versus Politelli. And those riders are locked into the starting gates. That will be our next matchup. Roczen has been the fastest rider almost every time down the track. Tall order for the Politelli, the privateer.
Oh, boy. Politelli and Roczen. Here we go.
Second round, but if you're Ken Roczen, you're the favorite, heavy favorite in this round, but this is 2 rounds in a row with not too much competition. You better not rest easy because it's going to get stiff.
Oh, he's coming out hot, boys.
Actually, is a little quicker and actually leads him to the first speed check. Oh, there's the quad.
Okay, but he doesn't do the second one. I think he's abandoned that option right there, but Politelli, what a start.
So we might have an upset in the mix. Everything Roczen has thrown at Politelli, he's been able to answer. Center of the track, huge jump, but the big scrub by Roczen stays low and pulls away.
Yeah, he's starting to speed up right now, and you can see him scrub that big jump. And watch how aggressive he is on the landing of everything. He gets back to the ground super quick. Lightning speed through the whoops.
There it is. Lightning speed to the whoops. Got the lightning bolts on the gear. The homage to Bob Hurricane Hanna back in the 70s. That's a cool look. I mean, everything, the bike color and graphics and the gear.
Dude, it's like he just aired out over the tabletop there. Lost all his speed.
Yeah, he was in it, but then Kenny, when he does this, Politelli goes, well, okay.
Okay, that's why.
He got this one. And then Kenny, I think halfway through was like, I better rev up a little bit. Austin's right there on me. I can hear him, but I love this one.
Boy.
Look at this. A 2-time 250 champ, Justin Barsha. A 2-time 250 champ,
Cooper
Webb.
or
Webb got
Barsha?
those 250
Who's it
titles
gonna
as
be?
well. Championships
I'm going for
on the
Barsha.
gate right here. These are 2 of the best.
Yes. Webb versus Barsha. What's going to happen? Here we go. You just want to sit back and enjoy this one. 2 of the best in the business, head to head and side by side.
They're like identical right now. This is crazy.
Got it.
Just a little bit, though. Webb is a little lower right there.
Webb needs to make something happen in that big jump. He did not. And Barsha pulled back away. Into the whoops. Speed check. Whoop section. Barsha's got it. Webb tries to come back. That's a big one for Barsha. He wins.
So aggressive, too. Did you watch his effort in that one? He was not going to lose that. He was pushing so hard. But again, when you're aggressive like that and it works, it really, really
Webb
works.
just got the old bam
as long as
bam.
he could stay clean and aggressive.
That's what
and keep
happened.
That balance,
You see what had happened was
that was incredible.
There will be a rematch because you have to win twice to move on to the next round. So this could be an opportunity for Webb to fire back. So great to have so many new faces like Barsha and Aaron Plessinger in this event. Let's get to meet maybe the guy who has more fun at the races than anyone.
It is exciting. Never done this event before. I've watched it every year. My first time riding a two-stroke in 7 years. It's going to be exciting. I'd like to go up against Coop, Roczen, Barsha. I'm sure I'll have a run with just about everybody today, but
Gear's awesome.
Be smart, get a good start, and see you later, boys.
Oh, fucking love him.
The happiest man in the pits, I swear. Aaron Plessinger, great personality, great country singer. I mean, he's no Jelly Roll, but I mean, who is?
He ended that interview with a laugh. You cannot get 3 sentences out of him without a little chuckle in there. This guy has such a good time. But he's up against his teammate, the undefeated Marvin Musquin, but he's got the lead.
Yeah, better not laugh in the next 45 seconds. Marvin's never even lost a single round in this, a single pass in this for AP tall order, but he could do it.
Musquin fights back. Slight lead for the number 25 right now. Oh, Plessinger's still right there. Center of the track, the big jump. Musquin trying to inch away.
Marvin stayed lower right there. He got back to the ground sooner, and he used the entire landing of that big jump, drove down it, and
he's making mistakes.
Come on, get him in the whoops, get him in the whoops. Come on.
In the whoops. Musquin's able to hold him on.
That was really good. AP made a run at right there. Little better in the whoops, but Marvin picked it up, and a little bit of a kick out left, right, but he straightened up just in time to get it done.
That last rhythm, Musquin didn't get that clean, and that put Plessinger right back in it. Give the fans something to watch as they dash to the finish. Musquin's undefeated streak continues. Oh, this is what you wanted to see, Daniel.
Yes.
Hill versus Hansen.
Yesterday,
I don't know who to pick.
Practice, I told you these two are the
Who do you pick?
I wish they were on the other side of the bracket because I think
I gotta go with Hansen. I love Hill, but I gotta go with Hansen. I gotta go
We're
with
gonna get through, but this
Hansen.
is a matchup
Go with
I've
Hansen.
watched since yesterday.
Here it goes. Oh, Hansen just crushing those rollers to start this run. Will they both quad? No, the only one with the big quad is Hansen.
Ooh, it did work a little bit that time, just not by much. Oh, look at Hill, though, coming back.
Hill's right there, maybe a slight edge. Center of the track.
Oh, he sent it.
Hill stays lower.
Uh-oh, little hit that knuckle right there, not as clean. Hansen's got the edge right now, and Hanny's been so good in the whoops.
Can Hill come back? Here it is. Hansen a little sideways, doesn't matter. Just gonna edge him.
That was awesome. I mean, look at the talent on
that was the
screen
best
right
race
there.
so
Those
far.
two. Oh, I love
By
watching
far.
them ride a motorcycle, especially together. That was awesome. The fans love this race because of that. A Hansen-Hill matchup where they're just going back and forth. Endless talent on screen.
Absolutely. Two riders whose talents really lend themselves to this event, as is the case, of course, for Ken Roczen. Let's talk to him.
My experience with this event, you watch it on TV and it all looks so easy, but as a rider's perspective, we get to see the track pretty much head on. It always looks so easy from the outside, but it is no joke, not to mention that we're on bikes that we're normally not used to with the whole two-stroke thing. We usually ride four-strokes, so there's a lot getting thrown at us. What makes this event so special is that you're up against your competitor, but you have to be so precise and so clean because we're coming at it with so much speed into these obstacles that you sometimes have to slow down and kind of take your time and be patient, because when you clip stuff, that's when you're not able to do some of these rhythms, and that's what costs a lot of time. One thing about this event as well, what is so cool is for riders, we get to do themed dirt bikes. We've seen a lot of cool stuff over the past few years of replicas from a long time ago, and I feel like everybody can kind of let their artsy side out a little bit, and truly makes it special.
And that's exactly what Roczen has done again. The Bob Hanna look, late 1970s to the gear and the bike. Politelli kept Roczen honest for half of that first run.
Yeah, he had a great start last time, and right about to the big jump.
I got a feeling. I think Politelli's going to get this one.
Once Kenny scrubbed that jump, got that gap,
he's going to send it. I have a feeling.
Politelli, the opportunity to race in this environment, front of the industry. All of his sponsors watch him get to round 2, going up against Ken Roczen. Great opportunity. I don't think he can win this thing, Jason, but guess what? Keep it close, that's a win.
Roczen left side at 94.
He's doing it again.
Yeah.
He's so good in those first whoops.
Oh, a quad. It didn't work, actually. Roczen cased a little bit, and Politelli again is keeping him close.
Yeah, switch sides too, because it's not a line thing. That's not why Austin kept it close last time. He's doing the exact same thing, but this is where Kenny got away. Oh, what? Kenneth, are you serious?
And look at the lead. He opened with that huge scrub. One jump made all the difference for Roczen. To the line, you know he's good in whoops, of course, and Roczen's moving on. Politelli, a great effort to
It's
keep
like
it.
Politelli doesn't want to throw a whip over that thing to save his life, man. What?
Congratulations, Austin Politelli. Great showing, but God, Kenny looks good right now. I mean, I can't tell really yet because they all look so good, but he just seems to have a little bit extra edge. He's a little quicker. I think he's responding to each obstacle just a little quicker, so we'll see if someone could step it up.
All right, let's send it back down to Tina.
Yeah, for someone like Ken
Do a
Roczen,
kickflip.
he just makes everything look easy, but how intense is the racing out there?
Love Jack Black.
Oh, it is. You know, you have to be so precise, and it's tough because we come into certain things with so much speed, right? You just can't make mistakes. You lose time really quick, but the second part of the track is probably favoring me a little bit right now. Just feel comfortable on it, but definitely got to stay on my toes, and yeah, you know, these other guys are going really fast too, so it's going to be no joke.
You know, this is an event that the fans absolutely love. What has it been like to come down and just have fans right here?
I mean, you hear it. The support is unreal, and I'm so stoked to be out here. I wouldn't want it any other way.
And guys, it is loud.
Hey, why not? Ken Roczen's putting on a show for them, but we're looking at lap times here. He's got some competition.
Yeah, he was really good in both runs, but man, I can't tell just by watching because it's so close, but the transponder doesn't lie. And guess what, Kenny? You better find a little more because Marvin Musquin has the best time so far today in the racing.
All right, so we go
Snap,
back to
Marvin's
Justin
got the
Barcia
best
versus
time
Cooper
so
Webb.
far.
Barcia
Uh-oh,
will
boys.
win in the first one. Can Webb defeat him and make it a run of 3? Or
Barcia.
Barcia. Two big-time players here. Webb really brought some heat early in this one. Barcia coming back, though.
God, they look the same. It's like synchronized swimming, man. Every single jump was the same body movement, the same scrub. Barcia just got that little edge. Oh, that's the sickest shot of the day. Photographers, where were you on that one? That was it.
Double whips together. Webb is right there. In fact, if he can just reclaim the lead, can he hold it in the whoops? Here's the run.
Oh, my goodness.
Barcia got it back.
Dude, that was good.
Unreal.
Okay, that was the best race of the night.
And that 35-8 by Barcia.
Man, they hate
there,
each other.
That's the fastest time since we've started the competition. Marvin had it, barely over Kenny. Bam Bam gets it right there. Fastest run of the day.
So Webb put in a great run, but it was the fastest time of the day that's going to put him out as Barcia right here gets it done.
Yeah, those last 3 whoops, instead of hitting the last couple and kind of hitting that little abrupt feeling on the shot, he just skipped the top right there. Just enough to do it.
Incredible. So Webb, the 2-time Supercross champ, is out. Barcia's moving on. Here is Tina.
Yeah, and that race could have been a final. Justin Barcia, we're also getting word that that so far has been the fastest time of the day so far.
Oh, I'm just having fun. It's so good. The whole Trilogy Designs Red Bull Gas team did a great job building this bike. Oh, I'm having a blast. The track's awesome. The fans are insane. Woo! Good time here at Red Bull Straight Road. Thanks, guys.
All right, so what does it mean when you combine aggression and then having fun out here on a track like this?
I rode this bike 2 times before this race.
Mark,
I
yeah.
feel fresh and ready to
I want
go,
that boy
and
testing for
just enjoying the
steroids.
two-stroke. I haven't rode 2-stroke since I was a kid, so no pressure, and the fun factor is way up there.
Yeah, just going to continue as you move on.
All right, so we're talking the lap times with Roczen and Musquin, but we cannot count Barcia out.
No, that was incredible. He's looking good. He's having a good time. And when he's in a good mood, he's pretty competitive. So loves his bike, loves the environment. Barcia's here to play.
Back to the teammates, Plessinger and Musquin. Plessinger kept it close, about 3/4.
Plessinger's gotta get him.
Musquin edged ahead.
Come on,
Can Plessinger beat
Chattahoochee.
him and make it a run of 3, or will Musquin's undefeated streak continue on the number 25?
Ooh, a little rolling start by AP right there. Not a big one, but just enough to get the advantage. No, Marvin was so good in those, but AP, I like that he's trying things different on the start.
A lot of body English from Plessinger to muscle that KTM around. These are identical motorcycles besides the look, but mechanically they're the same. Musquin getting away again.
Ooh, Marvin was way lower right there. That's a half a bike length at least just on the one jump. And that's what he did last time. That's his spot where AP loses a little bit of time. If Marv can be clean these whoops, he's got it.
Musquin undefeated and still keeps the streak alive against the likes of Aaron.
Dang it, man.
And that's going to be the end for the number 7. He'll still have fun. He'll still laugh. But it really comes down to this jump.
Yeah, this is that half bike. Like, they were so close. AP's right there, but Marvin just stayed lower. Gets back to the ground a little sooner, and from there he had it.
And Musquin's going on to the next round. The 35.6 time. Let's send it to Tina.
Yeah, and Marvin continues that undefeated streak. We were watching those replays, and you're staying low, especially over that main jump. How key has that been for you?
Yeah, I mean, we gotta try every single bit of technique we can get, you know, and as low as we can. It's so tight. I mean, the times, everybody is really consistent and same speed, so it's really, really close. Yeah, a mistake or two here and there would cost you a lot, so hopefully I can get it done.
Yeah, and as we move on, the times are just going to get closer.
Yep, yeah, exactly. Yeah, because the level is getting better and better.
Have some fun moving on.
He says the level is getting better and better. Roger DeCosta
the man.
loves that. And guess what, folks? That was the fastest time of the day, so they are stepping it up every single time they're on the track. Marvin now the fastest in the field.
Yep, he just edged ahead of the fast time Barsha just threw down. There's Roger DeCosta, the motorsports director for KTM, Husqvarna, and GasGas. No stranger to two strokes. He raced them back in the day when he's a 5-time world champion. And as we expected, even though Aaron Plessinger's been eliminated, he's still laughing, having a great time with the fans. He is all about having fun on his dirt bike. But this is serious.
Yep.
Hansen versus Hill. Two of the most talented riders in the game. You know they're both motivated to beat the factory guys. Hill takes the loss the first time around. Can he get into a third run against Hansen?
Good start.
Quad. Only Hansen doing that second one, but I still think
Oh,
it's faster
Haney.
to not do it.
He did.
And it
Look
was.
He was. Hill got him right there. And Hill needs this. Hill's got to be about a half a bike length, maybe more by the whoops, because Hansen is a little quicker there. So for Hill, this is what you got to do. Get to the whoops first. Get your best run through him, because you know Haney's going to bring it.
Yes,
Here
it's
we
coming
go.
back just in time for those whoops.
Here they are.
Here's the final run to the line. Hill's got it.
Oh, he's got him, boys.
He
Haney.
cannot do it. Louis outstruts Hansen.
Oh, he got him
Avery
back.
Takes the lead of the win.
Wow, Hansen put his front tire down like on the fourth whoop, but then he caught one at the end, slowed him up on the double, and Hill just...
That was so close.
This is why we watched the racing.
Yes.
I didn't know who had it until they crossed the line. That was incredible. The battle I've been waiting for. I'm loving it. Do it again,
And
boys.
we got the
Get
run of
up there.
three.
Do it again.
They passed each other 3 times in the last 3 obstacles. The jump, the whoops, the jump. And Hill, on that final double, able to reclaim the advantage. And now pushing Hansen up against the wall. So it is win or go home between Justin Hill and Josh Hansen. And they don't have the credentials as far as big championships like the likes of Webb or Plessinger or Barsha, Musquin, Roczen have. But on this type of event, they can run with anyone.
Yeah, it's an equalizer. You got to remember those factory riders that we're talking about at the Supercross and Motocross. They have factory bikes. They are, they're next level. You just can't compete with that. But a race like this, where they're all on kind of equal equipment, and it's a weird kind of format and different type of track, these guys can elevate to that level. So I don't think it's over for Hill or Hansen.
Yeah,
Whichever
that
one
ain't
of
no
these guys
SM.
gets it, they can get Marvin
Actually, he's
Musquin.
not a sheriff
It won't be
anymore, but he
easy,
was,
But they'll have
so.
a shot. This might be their best shot in any
But
scenario.
basically.
Racing against the likes of a Marvin, a Kenny, a Justin Barsha. Today is their chance.
Yeah, absolutely. Hill, the 35.7. That is actually the second quickest time we've seen. It's quicker than Barsha. It's quicker than what we've seen from Roczen so far. But I think what we're seeing here, Daniel Blair, is these runs are getting closer, and that's forcing the riders to elevate and find those extra tenths.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, too, the track itself is probably breaking in. You get a few runs on it. Now it's starting to pack because the track crew added some water, got the moisture in, but then there's this little bit of a topsoil that you got to kind of settle in on. So I think the track is getting faster, too. I don't think we're done breaking records. 35-2 or 3 maybe.
I don't know
by the
about
end
you
of this
guys,
thing.
but so
They
far
can
this
do
has
it
been
when the
like the
track
best
is playing
straight
along
bull
to get
rhythm
back.
I've
So it's going to be
remember
Roxon
watching.
in the
Like,
next round.
there's been
Who will
a
face
lot of good
Muscat? It will
races.
be either Hansen or Hill. This is going to be good. Revs are up, gates down.
Watch that quad. What's Hanny do?
Oh.
Over jump, but
this time he made it
Kinda
work.
worked, yeah, it
Yeah,
did
now
make
he's
it
got the
work.
half bike leg lead. So Hill's going to have to answer through this rhythm and the jump in the center. Hansen's holding him right now. Big scrub from Hill.
Back to the ground. Stays a little lower right there. He might have it back now, but
I think he
these
does.
two will go back and forth every 5 seconds. But here's where it matters.
Oh,
Hansen's
no, he got
so
him.
good in the whoops.
He got him
Can
again.
he use it? Oh, into the final jump.
What is it?
Who's going to give it to Hansen?
Oh, my gosh.
my
Look at that time.
goodness.
35-6-4.
Wow.
He's 400 off of Muscat's
Wow.
Watch this. So Hansen knows right here, I'm just going to over jump that double right to the bottom and just hope I got it. And he does by about
Wow.
an inch.
Incredible.
Watch how far he
Justin
goes.
Hill.
Watch how far he goes.
I can't tell even looking at the photo finish.
That's why we have transponders, because we don't want to be the ones that have to
Don't
make that
rely on my
decision
eyes.
right there. So transponders, they tell the truth.
Justin Hill brought the heat that time, but it will be Josh Hansen moving on. Let's send it to Tina.
Yeah, and we are closely watching those replays. Josh, that finish, walk us through what's going on in your mind.
Just hitting my points, and then over jumped a couple things, and he gained up on me and lost a little, and I needed to kind of back up a little bit, and then I started rushing it. I kind of blew it, but we made the best of it. So we got to shaping it back up so we can make this final a good one.
Yeah, well, you're moving on to the semis, and you got to go up against.
Am I talking too
well,
early?
no, you got to go up against Marvin Musquin. Let's talk about that a little bit. What are your thoughts as you race against him?
He better go back to Alden's quick.
Thanks so much, Josh.
That's the old trainer for those guys. He says Musquin better bring every weapon he has because Hansen wants to win here at Red Bull Straight Rhythm.
Dude, his helmet is fire right now. I think it's sick. Oh my God, Randon, are you back? Holy crap, where you been, man? I was trying to. Hey, will you post a link to the old Discord? If you can, if not, I'll do it later. No worries.
Got unpredictable, I got rapid symptom relief with Rinvoq. Check.
When UC held me back, I got lasting steroid-free remission with Rinvoq. Check.
And when UC got the upper hand,
Rinvoq helped visibly repair the colon lining.
Check.
Rapid symptom relief, lasting steroid-free remission, and a chance to visibly repair the colon lining. Check, check, and check.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections.
You the man,
including
Randon.
TB,
Thank you,
serious
sir.
Infections and blood clots, some fatal. Cancers, including lymphoma and skin cancer. Death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur.
I don't know if I should
Tell
have
your
posted
doctor
that.
if you
Holy
are
crap,
already
I didn't notice how many people were in here. Holy
check
shit, we
and
shouldn't have
keep it
posted
there
that.
with Rinvoq.
Hold on, Randon, take that. Take that down.
about Rinvoq and learn how apps
Hold on.
help you save.
Abort mission.
Red Riding
Oh my
Hood
God.
visiting
I got it.
Grandma's
I got it.
house.
I got it.
Unfortunately, others did too. But after saving Big,
The ones that look later and that deserve to get there will do it that way. I did not notice there was this many people in here. I thought I shut it down before it got that big. I haven't been paying attention. I've been just trying to halfway pay attention to the chat to see if you guys are saying. This racing has been insane.
You spend the day watching your kids' big game. At least one of you is having fun.
Yeah, Sam. Round bumps in a line, brother.
You want crispy
Brap, brap.
onion strings and a brioche bun. Everything's better with melted cheese. Kevin's dad doesn't understand boundaries. The Sonic Chop House cheeseburger.
Sonic.
No, I got it, Brandon. I got it. Don't worry about it.
Back at Red Bull Straight Rhythm, we're celebrating the old two-stroke motorcycles. They were very popular in the 70s, 80s, and 90s.
We couldn't possibly have that many channels in Discord. I was like, holy shit, take it down.
A non-motorcycle person, you ask them what's the difference between a two-stroke and a four-stroke. The average person would have no idea what that even means.
The biggest differences between two strokes and four strokes. One, you have to mix your gas with oil. That's for two strokes. At four strokes, you don't. The sound, the smell. If you've ever heard these motorcycles, you'll clearly tell which one is which.
Stroke refers to the stroke of the piston inside the engine cylinder.
A two-stroke, basically, it's kind of a really cool, simple engine, right? So like
for every time that the piston goes down and comes up, there's a spark from the spark plug that.
Dude, for real, I know. Like you guys are thinking, oh, he's streaming this. He's just doing this, you know, because he wants to stream. No, this shit's cool. Hanging out with there's way more than normal, but just hanging out with the boys. We stream the races and talk crap. Freaking awesome.
It produces power in a much smoother delivery.
It's been one of those things where in our sport between two-stroke and four-stroke, there's always been this debate about whether it was good for the sport, maybe not. As we've moved more into this four-stroke lifestyle, two-strokes are becoming cooler and cooler again.
While the bikes have little presence in professional racing, riders of all skill levels still love to ride two-strokes.
The one thing that you just can't deny is the sound of a perfectly tuned two-stroke engine.
Yes, Jeff,
It's
they
like
sound amazing.
hitting the
I
perfect
agree.
pitch with a tuning fork. That sound is just, it's awesome.
It is awesome. And we're going to bring
Yeah,
that pitch
dude,
a little bit higher as we bring the 125
What's
class
your
back.
name,
We're
McTubal?
into the semifinals here. 4 riders remain.
I hope I'm saying it right. It's hard to read, Brad. McTubal. Like, yeah, I got friends that ride, but they don't have time to come and watch or like hang out. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know. A lot of people say that it's just,
Morris is close.
it's
too.
cool.
These
It feels
guys
like
know
we're
each
hanging
other.
out,
Ben
but we're
Breeze,
not. You know what I mean?
an up-and-coming KTM rider. Ryan, part of the KTM development, so they know each other well.
Morris closer to the camera here in the 116. Little early lead, though, for Varize. On the 42, the 19-year-old from California. But Morris coming back.
Yep, and what did AJ Catanzaro say? He said Ryan Morris is consistent. He's the one to worry about. He's been so far, but that big jump right there that Varize does makes up for the mistake that he made about 15 seconds ago.
That's the power of youth right there. Mistake followed by big jump
Yeah, exactly.
and big lead for the
Exactly.
teenager. And Morris is in a tough spot now. Josh Varize absolutely rolling. Just got to be clean to those whoops. Final jump. Oh, Morris came back.
Hey, Mo got back in there right there. That was close. I thought Varize had it cleaner than that, but I think Mo had a good run through the whoops and made it tight, so he'll get another shot at it. He's going to have to find some speed early in the run, though, because I think he's good in the whoops.
And mentioning they do allow up to 150s actually in this 125 class, and I believe that's what Varize is on. Morris saying he's on a 125. We go back to this.
Yeah,
Carson
man,
Brown
nothing
against
sounds
Derek
better
Kelly.
than a
Kelly
crispy
has been
two-stroke.
opening eyes all year long, but Carson Brown,
Just
who's said it
ripping
over and
around
over,
the track.
really specializes in riding these types of bikes on a track like this. So can Kelly keep adding to his name by taking down one of the favorites?
Good jump by Carson Brown. He timed that absolutely beautiful. Look at the lead he's got. Purely gate drop. I mean, great reaction time.
That is wild that he can have that big a lead just out of the start. So now Kelly's really going to have to find something special.
Brown's also been really consistent all day. I mean, hitting these rhythm sections, even that mistakes, he
Oh
recovers.
no, he makes
Yeah,
mistakes
Sam.
there.
Enough.
And still bust out the big jump. He had to take that risk. Kelly continues to close back in, though. He's got the lead down to half a bike length.
It's all whoops. It's all whoops. Here we
Kelly
go.
might have this. Into the whoops. Brown power
Oh, he
slam.
crossed.
He might hit that
Oh,
line
man.
center. Carson Brown, he gets it as far as time is concerned. He'll have to go back and watch that center line.
That was close.
Derek
Yeah,
Kelly,
he definitely went
second
over.
half of the course, owned it.
Yeah, he's got to stay closer early, but watch Brown.
Wow.
Slingshot.
And it took Brown down to the wire, actually. Kelly was able to close back in, but here's that line.
Oh, I think he's
Oh.
okay.
That's beautiful.
It, like,
He didn't
actually
cross.
kicked in like the rebound.
No
pop,
way.
Shot him back in. The suspension
Wow.
saves him, I think.
That's like a wide receiver keeping those toes within the
Exactly.
line. So that's going to be a win
The Moto gods are
Over
strong
Kelly,
with
we go
this
back
one.
to Varese against Morris. Youth versus experience.
I'm going to have to go with
Got some
Mr.
big
Varese.
jump lines versus the consistency of the veteran Morris. Let's see how it goes.
Come on, Ryan. Do it for the vets. Do it for us. Beat
Get us
this
to a round of
kid.
3,
yeah, beat this kid. Let's go, Ryan.
Yeah, we want to see a round of 3 between as many riders as we can. We might have it brewing here. Morris has got to step up.
Good start.
What kind of rhythms do they have here? Nothing huge. Just a little bit better for Varese.
This is the one right here. See, Ryan doesn't get that trip off. Uh-oh, Breeze didn't get...
Oh,
whoa,
Varese,
what
big
happened?
mistake.
What happened?
He almost crashed. He crossed the center line. That will end it. So Morris will win this run, and we will have the best of 3 runoff.
That was wild because he didn't get the triple. I thought he was still okay. Looked like he was scrubbing, but then he just shot right. That was really weird. Okay, so watch Varese. Gets the triple, but doesn't get as much as he wants right there. You can see him prepare for it. And he just kind of doubles. I think we're good.
That is really
he
strange.
must, you know what he must, I think he might have jammed the rear brake.
Yeah, I think
yes, his foot
he
might have
definitely
landed
got up on the brake.
pedal
and just killed
his
it.
left foot closest to the camera.
Okay, we're good. We're good. You can still go 2-1.
He did.
Yeah,
I think he dragged the brake.
jammed it,
Yep.
and then it just made the whole bike abrupt. And then, well, he's obviously DQ'd even in the other line.
yeah.
But, ooh, that was weird, Josh.
Minnesota, eh? Thanks, Dirt.
So the brakes on the other side. It's hard
Dude,
to see
I was
that.
hanging out with some guys from Minnesota, eh? And we were at Little Sahara.
The brakes on the right.
It was
for whatever reason.
You guys are on another
quickly
level.
lost pace,
Just
and then
saying right
that
now, you
made
guys
it
are on
veer
another
to the
level.
right.
When it
Then
comes
was
to
fine.
partying,
So it wasn't
you
like
guys,
a problem.
you guys
I made a
F
mistake.
shit
That
up.
was
It
a
is great.
manual error.
All right, so we're back to Kelly versus Carson Brown.
Kelly good in this.
Yeah. In fact, I think this is the closest Brown has been challenged so far today. He's right there.
You know how good Kelly is in the whoops, too. He's got to be within range. Got to be closer than this.
Brown triple, opening it up over Kelly. On, off.
Kelly's crushing the second half. You're right. He is way better on the second half. But can he do it now?
He's got to do it in the whoops, or he's eliminated. He puts on a charge. Final jump. Carson Brown's moving to the finals.
Oh, big win. Maybe the biggest of the day off that jump. Good effort by Kelly, though. I mean, that was great.
Spicy.
That first half of the track, just he loses ground and he gains it back, but just didn't have enough time. Carson was great in that one.
Kelly has something figured out after that big jump in the center of the track, but he didn't have the speed he needed in the whoops to get all the way back to the win. Carson Brown, you see the BBMX, that's Brown Brothers Racing, or BBR Motorsports, his team. His family builds a lot of great
Jonathan.
parts for mini cycles.
Yeah,
He's a
Little
test
Sahara.
pilot for them. And what a ride so far for Brown. Let's send it to Tina.
And Carson Brown looked fantastic right out of the gate. As you move to the finals, where would you say is your greatest strength on this course?
Honestly, I think towards the end, as long as I'm on the right side, because it's really slippery through the left on the whoops, to be completely honest. And yeah, it's gonna be about staying consistent. I screwed up a little bit that first one, and I gotta get her done this next one, no mistakes.
Yeah, and consistency is key. Thanks so much.
And Carson Brown, the fans love him because how prolific he is on Instagram, riding all sorts of motorcycles. The dream for the AAO Power Sports team was to get Kelly and Varese against each other in the finals, but Kelly has been eliminated. Now it's up to Varese to bring that AEO bike into the final, but he's got to go against Mo, Ryan Morris, the veteran pilot, 39 years old, against a 19-year-old.
This is awesome. Good job, Ryan Morris, for getting to this point. You look great today, and for Josh Varese, again, little mistake cost you. You should be done by now, but you got one more shot at it. You don't like to go into elimination process, but that's where he's at now.
Little lead for the 42 of Varese. With the consistency of Morris, hoping for another mistake.
It's this rhythm right here. Okay, Varese. Oh, he doesn't do it. He abandons the triple. Oh, and Mo, I'm pretty sure he went over the line right there.
Morris then makes the mistake, so how about that? Varese has been the consistent one now. Morris not done, and he's very good in the whoops. He's got to make up some ground. Checkered flag in sight. Varese over the final jump is going to the final.
Good run. Both guys, little bobbles here and there, but It's a fight.
Yeah,
It's a 45-second fight where you're just, I mean, the moment
Sounds
you
so
drop
good.
the gate, it's so intense. But look at Ryan right here. Yeah, it's going to get him anyway, but still a valiant effort, and he looked good. Good run through the whoops, but uh-oh, where are you going?
Well, that's what Carson Brown said. It's pretty slippery down there.
Yeah.
And riders are veering toward that line.
And there's a line now that they've all been kind of using, and it's leading you there. So that's kind of scary for these guys. You better be super careful if you're on that left-hand side.
Woo! We are ready for a good one. Roczen versus Barcia, and we have had some good ones in the past history of this event. I'm going to give you the KMC milestone matchup from the first ever Straight Rhythm. James Stewart versus Malcolm Stewart. This is one of the all-time best. Let's check it out.
Mr. James Stewart Sr., how on earth are you going to watch this match go down between your sons?
I know it's going to be a Stewart win it.
Here's the matchup everyone wanted to see. Stewart versus Stewart in the semis.
Man, that was so cool seeing them race each other.
They said the race would be good, and it sure is. They almost came together. The whoop section belongs to James Stewart, and so does the round win. And here we go. Oh, Malcolm! No, Malcolm! Stewart in the lead. Well, obviously. And it's going to be James getting a win.
How much was he pushing you?
Oh, yeah, I mean, out of control out there. Big brother can't keep beating up on him a little much. He's getting good.
I'm laughing at your comment, Dirt. This sounds like a great time.
The all new.
I used to after I raced and quit riding for a little bit. I wakeboarded quite a bit. We had a boat, so tore my knees up doing that.
Once daily pill.
When UC
It was worth it though.
I got rapid symptom relief with Rinvoq. Check.
When UC held me back, I got lasting steroid-free remission with Rinvoq. Check.
And when UC got the upper hand,
Rinvoq helped visibly repair the colon lining. Check. Rapid symptom relief, lasting steroid-free remission, and a chance to visibly repair the colon lining. Check, check, and check.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin cancer, death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk
That's what
factor
the
have higher
medication's
risks.
for. What did
Don't
I
take
just
if
say?
allergic
Roll
to
that back.
Rinvoq,
Wait a
as
minute.
Serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Put UC in check and keep it there with Rinvoq.
I'm gonna order me some
Ask your
right now.
gastroenterologist about Rinvoq and
Yep.
learn how AbbVie could help you save.
You spend the day watching your kids' big game. At least one of you is having fun. And Chop House Aioli is calling your name. You want crispy onion strings and a brioche bun. Everything's better
Does anybody
with melted
in here even
cheese.
have a?
Kevin's dad
Does anybody here have a Sonic? I've always wondered if they play different ads for like people that live in different areas. Because I bet half of you guys have never even heard of a Sonic.
These cheesy puffs are so cheesy, airy, and puffy. How did you do it?
With the Puffterizer 5000. Anything can be craveably puffy.
Anything?
Anything.
Cheese It Puff. Defy your cheese expectations.
Locked into the gates.
Welcome back, friends, to a historical Saturday in Huntington Beach, California. You see the stands. They are rammed. Again, 15,000 fans that have packed Huntington Beach here for this 7th running of Red Bull Straight Rhythm. And, you know, I talk about the crowd. Just a few seconds ago, the musician will.i.am just walked by and he came up to say hello. And I was like, what are you doing here? He said, I couldn't miss this thing. This is amazing. And we are fired up. Of course, you've got Roczen and Barcia.
This man said I
Hanson,
can see
and
Sonic from my house.
For me personally, I want to see Muskin and Roczen get a chance to go.
Man,
against
Sonic
each other,
must
those
be
old teammates, but we
expanded,
will
son.
have to see how it factors out. Also, there is a little bit of precipitation that is starting to fall. Rain, how is it going to affect the semis? Weege, I ask you, if this water does still start to come down a little heavier.
SM13, I hate to break it to you, but that is not real ice
question.
cream.
Yeah. The way these Supercross tracks are prepped to perfection, it doesn't take much to change things.
Yeah, this could be tough.
So we are ready. What an all-star lineup we have. Justin Barcia on
Yeah,
our
Adam,
right
I've had one of those. I go to Sonic for the slushies
left,
myself.
Two of the best in the game. You got the aggression of Barcia, who will just attack, and the precision of Roczen.
This track's getting faster. That's the key.
Roczen or Barcia, boys?
Better and better as
Who's it gonna be?
So there's no hierarchy right now of who's the best.
I'm going Bam Bam, boys.
Forget all that. They're elevating every time. Here we go.
Good jump for Barcia. Little lead early over Roczen.
Wow, good start. We haven't seen Kenny in this position. Oh, here we go.
Quad for Kenny. Evens up. Maybe even a lead on Barcia.
Yeah, I think that was a little bit quicker to get that first quad, but Barcia's been getting faster all day. He wants this thing so bad. He's the rookie. The rookie of straight rhythm. They throw the whips. A little mistake right there on the landing. Roczen's got the edge.
Whipping it together. Now Barcia's got to get desperate. Can he pull something out of the whoops? Oh, Roczen leads him to the finish.
Can Roczen in the
Roczen smoked him.
He's
Holy
just hitting
crap.
like the top 3 inches. I mean, the suspension hits each one and compresses, but when you're that high on them and you're that light on your bike and on your body, you just float.
Oh, they were so close right through here. I love that.
Yeah.
Both scrubbing it together. But Roczen had something in the second half, and if you don't have him shut down by the time you get in the whoops, you're not getting it back against the 94. And that was a great one, but Roxon's up 1-0. They will be back for a second or perhaps even a third run. If Barcia can beat Roczen the next time out, they will go to a run of 3. This one should be just as action-packed. Josh Hansen, runner-up at this event before. Marvin Musquin, undefeated in this event.
Yeah, he gave old Bam Bam the gap sauce.
So motivated to end that streak. Here it is.
Yeah, I want Haney to win so bad, but I know he's not gonna.
See the rain on our camera there. Yeah, indeed, there is precipitation. Hansen, the quad. Keeping Musquin right there in sight.
Hansen's been good in the whoops, too. If he can keep him right there, stay within a bike length of him, you'll have a shot. But Marvin's just been so efficient in the first half of this race. And, I mean, we're about 3 bike lengths now, and I don't know if that's going to be enough for Haney to overcome it.
I cannot believe the speed that Musquin had in the center of the track. Hansen does have the whoop speed, though. Will it be enough? Not quite. Musquin is up 1-0 over Hansen.
Wow, this is really good because Hansen is good in the whoops just
It's
like
going to
Ken
be
Roczen.
Marvin and Kenny in the
Marvin
final,
is
isn't it, boys?
so fast through every rhythm. He just stays low, and it's not scrubs. It's something different. He's just pushing the bike down, getting to the ground sooner. If you can get to the track and show that power, you could do it. See how quick he gets to the ground, uses that landing for the drive. It's just been perfect. Oh, see his body absorb it?
Soaks up those jumps.
Yes, yeah, it's not even, oh my God, he had a little kick right there, but it's not a full scrub. It's like half scrub, but more of like this body thing where he's just absorbing each obstacle. It's awesome.
It's great to see with such focus the different styles of the riders. So now Barcia on the left side.
We're
has
about
got
to find
try
out.
To win this one, or he will be eliminated on the gas. Roczen on the Yamaha built by Pro Circuit. Barcia and the factory gas folks went to work to build a 2-stroke. That's an older style bike. They both have carburetors on these machines. They got them tuned to perfection. Here we go. Oh, the high revving that Barcia is known for. You can hear him just twisting that thing for all it's worth.
Yeah, Kenny went a little long right there, you see, so he didn't get the perfect drive off that last triple. It didn't really mess him up, but it wasn't his best. That's what gives Bam Bam a little bit of an edge right here.
Oh
Kenny,
my goodness.
Upside down and taking
Wow.
the lead with that huge whip.
He went from behind him to in front of him. I mean, it's one thing to make up half the distance. He got all of it.
Here's the
Wow,
whoops.
Kenny.
An unbelievable pass by Roczen, and he's going to eliminate Barcia.
Woo!
And you see Barcia's bummed on that one. He had him through the first third, but then the huge scrub and the whoop speed, Roczen takes the win. Look at this, everybody.
Oh man.
It looks like a crash.
It looks like he's about to fall, and instead it's used to make the pass. And it seemed like
Oh, wow.
he just could not
Kenny
miss.
wants it tonight, boys.
Oh, even they've been like having a hard time with that double after the whoops, and he's just scrubbing all of them.
Oh, Roczen's on fire. Let's send it backtrack Sabatino.
Yeah, and it's so much fun to watch Kenny Roczen go up against Justin Barcia. Take us through that race and what it took from you to move on.
I spun really bad off the grate. Like, I didn't even clear the whole gap. So I had a little bit of ground to make up. I went really flat over the big tabletop, and he's definitely putting up a fight, but it's a little slick out there since it's raining a bit. And I think that's what hurts us on the start of it too, but we made it to the final.
What is the condition overall of the track?
It's really good. Obviously, with it being overcast and stuff, the moisture has stayed in there, so that's really good. But it'd just be nice for it not to rain, so you don't have to mess around with goggles or anything like that.
Yeah, and we rarely get rain here in Southern California.
Yeah, the timing is aces of the weather here. A little bit of precipitation to just throw a little additional challenge to our riders. So who will face Roczen in the final? Will it be Musquin or will it be Hansen?
I gave a shout out earlier to Mother Nature. I said thanks for staying away, but
Man,
I think it's so excited that she had to come
Moto
back.
Gods, can Hanny get one? Can we let Hanny get one?
Musquin's up 1-0.
Just one.
Force a round of 3.
Come on, Hanny.
Great start for Hansen. He's in the lead.
Different rhythm.
Come on, Hanny.
Quad really working in Hansen's favor now.
Remember, nobody has beaten Marvin Musquin even in a pass, so this is an opportunity to get one. Get Marv, Hanny!
He's got him on the ropes, but Musquin is fighting back, retakes the lead. Just powering on the backside of that tabletop. Hansen's got to be perfect in the whoop section. Can he do it? Into the double, Musquin, a come from behind win, and he's going to the finals against Roczen.
Wow, it's what Sel wanted. He wanted the Roczen Musquin final. He's going to get it. They're both strong in different ways.
Mess him with him a little bit.
There's no corners, but if there was.
Oh, and I got you. Wow, Hansen had it, but Musquin's so good on that 85-foot table in the center of the track and just getting the wheels back on the ground and accelerating.
Now, they are strong in different ways. Now, Marvin's good in the whoops, too. That's a good run right there, but Kenny's been a little better. But Marvin's been a little tighter in the first half, so I think we really have a battle of the sections right now. Who's going to be the best at the end? Both have their strengths. Ooh, we're going to find out.
Oh, Hansen really kept Musquin honest, but the undefeated streak for the number 25 continues. Here is Tina.
Yeah, and it will be a Marvin Musquin and Ken Roczen final. We haven't seen that before here at Red Bull Straight Rhythm. You guys have both won this event, but at separate times. What can you say about that final heading into it?
Well, Kenny was the fastest in practice, so to go head-to-head with him for the main event is just great. I had a terrible start, so now it's raining, so it's getting a little slick. So on the middle gate, like out of the box, it's raining on the middle, and I was spinning a lot, so I lost time on Josh, and I had to make it up somehow afterwards, and he's the one doing a big rhythm and I'm not. So yeah, a lot of work, but I got it done, so now I'm into the final, so that was the goal.
Thank you, Marvin, and guys, it will be an exciting final.
It's the one we wanted to see. We've never gotten the Musquin-Roczen matchup in this event until now.
Okay, something's going to break here because the fastest qualifier never wins this race. But Marvin Musquin has never lost this race. So something's going to give in these finals.
Return to the 125 class. No, we do have runoffs for third, so we can have a podium in both of these classes. We know it'll be Varize against Brown in the final, but who will be third?
Again, if you'd like to send me $1 or 50 cents or a penny,
Kelly back to the line.
Post my old PayPal.
Run for the bronze.
One more time before we get out of here.
About with that slickness out of the gate. See, they're underneath right now. They're safe. There's no rain there. But when they get on the other side of the gate, it's slick.
I really hope somebody sends me like 25 cents just to be funny.
Something new to figure out. You guys have spent 2 days figuring out the track. Now figure this out in the moment. That's the challenge.
Oh, you know they're hammering even
Come
harder,
on, 41.
More wheel spin. Run for the podium here at Morris in the 116. The veteran. Derek Kelly, a privateer rider, really coming into his own in 2022.
Gotta go over the privateer, Ben.
Today. Pretty good, both of them.
And Kelly One of the bigger riders in these smaller displacement classes, able to use that body, got traction and the lead. Oh, nobody made a mistake. Yep.
Yeah, he knew it too. He didn't try. I think at one point he's thinking, can I get that triple? But he does it. That consistency of Ryan Morris paying off early, but we know how good Kelly is in those whoops.
And over that table, he's pulled right back even. And now takes the lead from Morris. And the whoops are coming up, Daniel. Let's see.
Here we go.
Kelly can
Drag
maintain.
race. Let's go.
Oh, Morris, a good drive.
Oh, come on.
He did. And through the whip.
Wow. So you knew
Almost.
the whoop speed was there for Kelly, and Morris found a way to answer.
Yeah, that was awesome for Ryan. He got back to the ground a little bit sooner, and he's just perfect. And watch this. He gets this double, jumps a little further, instead of trying to clear it clean, he just went to the line, got it done, and then threw a whip. Little cherry on top for Ryan
I'm
Morris.
laughing at your comments.
A 39-year-old throwing whips and beating an up-and-comer in this sport. But remember, as always, it's best of two. So Morris will have to do it again over Kelly if he wants
Evened
to
it up,
finish
though.
third. And Red Bull straight rhythm. And Kelly has the opportunity to force a
All
third
right.
run.
What's your pick here? You guys got Marv or Kenny?
Really not on the radar.
You got
before
Marvin
this
or
season,
Kenny?
But by running around
Who
the
y'all
top 10
got
throughout the
for
summer
the final?
motocross, which we don't often see, where the rider is not on one of the absolute top teams, he is again proving today that he is for real. He has real skills.
2021, he's showing glimpses. I saw it. I'm like, wow, he's pretty good. It's coming around. But 2022, he just starts getting into that top 10, top 15 in the outdoors. It gets lower, 14, 13, 12. And it's a guy who's finding his confidence and allowing himself to move to that next level. And that's really hard in this sport, to believe in yourself and go, I can be a top 10 guy. And then once you get there, you immediately want more. So for Derek Kelly, yes, great 22, but 23 could be really exciting for him because he truly does believe in the progress that he's made. And he's young, and he's strong, he's got a good program. It's going to be fun to watch what he does in 2023.
Absolutely. As for Morris, his racing days are behind him. He does a lot of the development work for KTM.
For Kelly.
Yeah, it's funny how that works, right? Yeah, because they do get some.
No, man. No, it's not free to stream. I had to pay for a subscription. And then I stream it for you guys.
Technical on the gate.
So what are they trying to do there?
I think some of the moisture that's on the top.
One of the 3 I've had to have this year. Ridiculous.
I don't know if it's going to work, but I think that's what they're trying.
Ridiculous.
So here it is, Kelly versus Morris for third place, the bronze at Red Bull Straight Rhythm. If Kelly loses, he's done. If he wins, we move on into a run.
Man, I want to say
3.
Kenny, but Marv is looking so damn fast.
And Morris can teach the old dog new tricks.
I would love it if Kenny won it.
So Kelly's going to have to answer this time.
Honestly, I'd love it if either one of them won it. It's like hard to pick for me.
I mean, you want to win the race. I mean, the goal is to win straight rhythm. But if this is your scenario,
If I had to pick, I'd go with Kenny, though.
If you're Ryan Morris and you leave here with the podium, beating a guy who's getting top 10s,
yeah,
Supercross and motocross, that's big.
Here we go. Morris out of the blocks, flying. But Kelly marches back to the rhythm section. Good job getting the power back to the ground. That's side by side.
Either triple. That's that hard one in the middle.
Big scrub from Kelly. Is that enough from to build a lead? I think it is.
So Kelly's been strong in the whoops, but so has Morris. Morris is going to have to overcome a little gap. He's about a half a bike length behind.
Here's the run to the line. Kelly's able to hold in and win it. So we'll go to the best of 3.
More racing.
Love it.
More racing. Get us another one. I think the fans, too, they don't care. They're having a good time. Let it sprinkle.
Sure. See, they got to wipe the goggles there at the end, so they got some raindrops on the lens by the time they're at the end of the run. Do you think they even notice that when they're focused in?
No, I think when you're in that moment and you're racing, what you're doing is you're trusting your subconscious, just your instincts. So you're not focused on those little things. You're just sending it. So when it's over, you realize some of the issues. But in the moment, you don't even have time to think about that because all you can think about is being as aggressive and efficient as possible. So no, they didn't. But right now,
hold on a second,
I think they do.
I love how that works. They are on autopilot to perform instinctually. Okay, let's see exactly what the weather is like to send it back down to Tina.
Yeah, thanks, Jason. Well, right now it is lightly sprinkling.
It's just making the dirt better. Quit freaking out.
Fans at all? They are still out here in force. But you've heard the riders talk how it is making the course slick and especially the start. But you know, it's finicky. Like it's drizzling a little bit and then it'll dry out. So let's hope that the weather holds off for just a few more races, guys.
Yeah, absolutely, because especially that start, you don't want to have a matchup determined by somebody gets wheel spin at the beginning and they're just too far back. The start is designed to be as equal as possible. That's why they give them metal grates instead of dirt.
Yeah.
But with the weather now, we're not sure.
Well, and they're not used to having that metal grate go past the gate, too. In Supercross, it's behind the gate, then you drop into the dirt, so you kind of know that transition. But this thing is really long. Not only is it long, but it's got a little bit of a kicker on it, and you're dropping off a jump. So multiple things that these guys aren't used to. Throwing a little rain, little drizzle.
You didn't miss
and
it.
2 strokes.
And then you're on a 2 stroke. What else? Jason, is there anything else on your mind we could throw at him right now here late? Any ideas?
That's what makes it so unpredictable. So this is it, the final run. We'll call it the trophy race. Third on the podium. Our finals coming up later.
No, there was one Cowie, Jonathan.
Brown, but Ryan Morris and Derek Kelly, one last showdown for third.
See Kelly getting fired up right there. It's all fun and games until your back's against the wall and you're about to be eliminated. Kelly is fired up.
It was a 97 Kawasaki.
The consistency, here we go.
And they both get great drive and traction out of the gate. So it's man against man. Morris versus Kelly, wheel to wheel, side by side.
Oh.
Different rhythm.
That was nice from Morris.
Yep.
Close to the camera, yep.
Got a little advantage. Either do the triple. Post scrubbing every single jump.
That might have been the most aggressive we've seen Morris, but Kelly fights back by staying low on the big tabletop.
Yeah, Morris is closer than he was last time, too. He's still behind, but he's a little bit closer. It's all coming down to the whoops, Weeds.
Does Morris have the magic in the whoops? Can Kelly hold him off? He's
I got it.
And Derek Kelly wins the run for the podium.
Good run. He's happy too because he was backs against the wall up there, and you don't want to lose to the vet who develops the motorcycle, and he didn't. And it probably was that right there. That scrub, that whip gave him just what he needed. Good drive down, and that was it.
Yeah, that little bit extra speed he had there, then he carries it through this section. And Morris was so good in the first rhythm lane, but you just love how every time these guys are out here, they're finding something extra, something better with each pass.
Still learning, and they had a lot of runs in practice yesterday and qualifying today, but in race conditions, when you're really bringing your very best, that's when you learn the most.
Yeah, 07.
You're pressured,
you're right.
Oh,
I don't know why I said 97.
Work on that. So they are really being challenged and finding new levels right now.
It's still old either way.
So we'll have a 125 final. Third place trophy race is complete in that division. We move back to the 250 division, and this is the run for third there. It will be Hansen versus Barcia. They were eliminated by Musquin and Roczen. So here's the matchup, Barcia and Hansen.
Barcia's probably going to, I'm going for Hansen.
Not much,
You look at the timing in their careers.
Got to go with Hanny.
Crisscross. So I don't know who you're going to pick in
look
this
at the
one.
rain now. You see that? Now, Hansen's gotten third 2 different times in this event, 2016 and 2019, so he knows the podium, but this might be the biggest challenge he's ever had for that podium. He's going against Bam Bam.
Listen to the crowd. They're loving this. Bam Bam, a little edge. And Barcia keeps it super low. Wow, Hansen is really up against it now. He's so good at the whoops, though.
To the ground.
Here they
that
come.
drive. Great entry speed by Hansen.
I think Hansen has it.
Oh.
Not enough.
Wow.
To take off that final double.
Yeah, well, he wheelied in the middle there and kind of got picked up his speed, but then I think he hit 1 or 2 at the end that slowed it all the way down. So what you saw was that last-ditch effort, but that little gain
You think Barcia's running
a mistake right after because he
running
just
a
picked
big
up his
old
speed.
big bore kit?
Barcia had him, and it's really raining, by the way, as you mentioned. We can even hear it coming down on the cameras now.
Oh, yeah, it was a drizzle. I don't think that's a drizzle.
Yeah.
But watch Hansen. Just wheelies up and then catches the last one.
Yep,
Slows
and
him
it
down.
sends it right into the face of that jump. Barcia is up 1-0 on Hansen.
What are you talking about? He ain't saucy.
Sat
He's
here
running
with
with.
number 51.
He's running with Barcia. I mean, Barcia may slam people, but he's still fast.
Experience with the Red Bull Straight Rhythm. This is my first one. I've always wanted to do it. I like watching it. I really like 2 strokes, so it's a good fit for me. I haven't rode a 2-stroke since I was probably 14. I think it's just exciting. The track, it looks sick, it looks steep, it'll look very technical on a 2-stroke. Definitely whoops are probably I think for the fans and for us as well, is the coolest part of the track just because the 2-stroke sounds so cool in it. So all in all, it'll be a great event for me and I'm excited to get after it.
Look at him.
He's got to squint through the raindrops. I mean, it's really coming down now. I cannot believe we have an event in Southern California and this is happening. Getting more goggles, we heard. I think he's trying to keep them clean.
Man, this if this weather rolls in and the humidity drops or something, it might mess with the tuning a little bit. This might get interesting.
Yeah, those ones were done. Those ones were done. It's hard to clean them too in the moment and dry them off. It's one thing to get some mud or dirt off it, but the water is hard. So I mean, he's got to start fresh. Get him in the towel.
Protect the baby there. Yeah. He needs those things. And now they're going to work drying off the starting line area. So we've got it.
What is going on?
It's like raining there now. Holy crap.
Different type of track and riders of different levels and new bikes.
Two strokes.
Why not throw in some rain here in California? What are the odds of this?
Not high.
No. So they're going to be, there's Eric Sorby there, a veteran Supercross rider back in the day, helping out Barcia today. And they're all scrambling. No one's ever done straight rhythm in weather.
For Barcia, he just learned what straight rhythm was like in the last couple of weeks. Just learned what a two-stroke was first time since he was on a mini bike.
Look at the water coming through the tent there, guys.
So here is the matchup for the podium, Barcia versus Hansen. Hansen a better drive off the start, more traction, and a big lead.
Yeah, he executed that perfectly. He gets his quad, he gets his second quad. Oh, a little
short.
Boy. Had a nice lead right now.
But he gets sideways. This is the opening Barcia needs. Here comes the big jump.
They're not scrubbing now. No. You never know what's going to happen if you try it now.
Yeah, Barcia running nose high, and a couple of those jumps not able to close. Hansen's got him covered. Into the whoops where Hansen is very strong.
Come on, Henny!
Barcia comes back.
Yes!
Kick sideways at the end, and we're going to go to another third run.
Let's do it again, guys. Let's do it again. And look at them right now. They're like, whoa, this is getting wild. You didn't see his scrub. You see him dancing a little bit in the whoops right there, too. So they're aware of what's happening. They'll probably even get a little better right now, but give it 5 more minutes. By the time we get to this final, this track could be really, really difficult because I think that this is the last of it being good right now.
It can't hold anymore, you don't think?
No, Mother Nature needs to move. She needs to move along.
We're hanging out at the beach here. Don't spoil our party. Meanwhile, Hansen had the lead. Barcia gave a good run, but watch this little kick right there. And that extinguished any chance of a last-ditch effort. So Barcia wins one, Hansen wins one. You see Barcia looking over in there.
Yeah, he is.
There's his mechanic, Ollie Stone there holding the umbrella. Back to the line we go. Fantastic.
Surprised these guys all have spare goggles. They're probably thinking, I'm not going to get roosted. No. There's no reason for a tear-off. There's no reason for a roll-off or even a spare set. Oh, Mother Nature.
Okay, wait a minute. Did anybody else see Barcia just kickstart his bike? What is he riding? And why does it not have an electric start? I thought even their two-strokes had electric starts.
It's been great all day, and why not? Just make it a little extra special.
Yeah, this is absolutely wild to have this type of weather here in Southern California and uncharted, pardon the pun, waters to have this track get slicker and slicker with each run. And we know you make one mistake, it's done. You're not, in a normal Supercross 20-minute race, you're kind of adapting as you go. No time to adapt here. Barcia, Hansen, the battle for the podium. They're tied 1-1. Whoever wins this one gets on the podium with third. Whoever doesn't is fourth. And in racing terms, you don't get to stand and collect the trophy.
Now, fourth is no good. You don't get the trophy. You don't get the bonus. Thanks for playing.
Yep. And on a rapidly deteriorating track with the rain coming down, Hansen versus Barcia. Great jump.
Oh, you got a bad start, boys. Oh, no.
Yes.
Come on, Henny.
Oh, and now in his situation, he has to send it on.
Oh, shit, boys.
And Barcia's now back in the lead.
The quad, which has been so consistent for him in this environment, that changed, and now Barcia has an opportunity, I wouldn't say to cruise it in, but he could be really solid, really efficient, and just ride this thing to the finish line.
Is this the conditions? You think that's what it is?
100%.
Yeah.
And look at Hansen knows it. It's over. Bam, bam. Welcome to straight rhythm. You're on the podium.
Just got to hang on to the whoops. And Justin Barcia takes the podium at straight rhythm. And they both made mistakes because of the slick conditions. Barcia off the start, and Hansen's ace, that big rhythm, couldn't get it clean when it got slick, and Barcia hangs on.
Yeah, watch Barcia. Yeah, to the left, to the right, loops out a little bit to the right. And now at this point, you're like, gosh, what am I going to do? I have to send it. I'm going to have to give it everything I got on a track that I'm probably a little concerned with. But then Josh Hansen makes the big mistake. Can't get the rhythm. Name of the game, straight rhythm.
Yeah. Oh, here it is.
Oh, see, he just didn't get the drive. I mean, he's just spinning up the lip of that thing. And, I mean, it takes everything from power to traction to your suspension working right. You lose the traction, it changes everything. So for Hansen, the thing that he had a little advantage there early completely went away.
We are ready for finals here at Red Bull Straight Rhythm at Huntington Beach. First, the 125 class, Brown versus Varize.
I told you earlier, Carson Brown. Go check him out on Instagram and see the things he does. He does a lot of it in the weather. Muddy conditions up in Washington. He rides an 85, a 500, whatever. But he is good when it's wet and slick like this. So I'm going to give him the advantage right now because he likes to slide around. He's got like this posture with the way he rides where he's loose. He lets the bike do its own thing. So Varize, he's got a good shot at this thing. He's been great all day, but I got Carson Brown in this one.
Race 1, Brown, Varize in the final. Little lead for Varize right now in the 42. But with the slick conditions, who can stay clean through this rhythm lane? Oh, Varize is doing it.
Both look good right now. You know, the 125 does not have as much power, so they're not going to get the same spin. I can't believe Brown went for that 3-3 in these conditions. That might be it right there.
He did it, the 3-3. Now Varize is going to have to respond, maybe in the whoops. And perhaps it is the slick conditions experience of Brown. Can he hang on?
Oh, I got it.
It's over.
Got it.
Got it. Oh, whoa. Where's he going?
Oh,
Carson Brown almost off the track, but goes up 1-0 on Varize.
Awesome. I can't, but I'm anxious to see if he'll do the 3-3 again on the other side because it's hard enough to do it on the 125, but to get in these conditions is crazy. Good job, Carson Brown. Right there. Lifts barely, but he just commits.
And then did it again.
Yeah. Good move.
He came up about 6 inches short both times. It was just far enough to maintain his momentum. Varize a little lower on the jump to get close again.
You're right, about 6. If he's about 9 inches short, a little bit less, he doesn't get the second one, and then he has to one out, and it's over. So high risk, high reward. He's got the edge right now, but lucky for us and everyone watching, they're going to do it again.
Yeah. So Carson Brown is one win away, and he almost
Dude, he got so lucky.
Right
That was almost real bad.
Red Bull Straight Rhythm for the second time. This is the work the track crew's trying to put in to keep these starting grates as dry as possible.
Okay, so where's the AMA? Because I know the AMA does not allow you to go on the other side of the gate and do work. So at an AMA race, both are DQ'd right here. But we're at Straight Rhythm. It's raining.
We barely have a rule book here, let's be honest.
Wait, there's a rule book?
I don't think anyone's seen one. We're just here to have a good time.
He's drying it now. How come one guy gets to dry it out?
Yeah, with the leaf blower. Yeah. And then Carson Brown can do the burnout to either heat up the tire or maybe dry this tire. I'm not sure if they even know. Varize is going to do it as well.
Well, I mean, if Brown does it, I'm going to do it.
Sure, it's a cool thing to
Equal
do.
it out. It's a trend right now.
They don't know. They've never tested or developed in these conditions. They're just guessing. They're going to wipe the goggles off for Varize. So Varize has to answer back. He's definitely capable of doing it.
Oh, yeah. He was great. That was a great run by him, but it was the triple that gave Brown the advantage. Does he do it on the left? I mean, to me, that's what I'm watching. The triple from Brown.
The win is on the line, and Carson Brown, a great launch.
He might not need it. What a start. You see the sun coming through. We might be in the clear here, but it's not this rhythm. It's the next one.
Carson Brown trying to become a two-time champion here. He has a lot of ground to make up. Triple.
3. He did it even better than last time. That was perfect, and he is gone. Barring a big mistake, Carson Brown is going to be your champ.
He just caught the wave here at the beach. Perfect. 3 jumps in a row. Big lead. Just got to hang on to the whoops.
Took the block out.
Tushalun back. He's got it. Carson Brown wins. Straight Rhythm in the 125 division.
What a ride. Both guys. Josh Varize, great run, but Carson Brown he brought his best when it mattered. That was awesome. In these conditions, he's special, but both these guys shouted. That was great.
I think you called it. His experience from the Pacific Northwest shrugged off the rain.
I mean, I think that's the experience, knowing what the traction's gonna, well, until here. Look at this. Watch this block. See ya.
Oh.
That was awesome. But yeah, he understands traction better than most because he does a lot of fun stuff in it, and it's a lot of playful riding. But God, that was close right there. Look over, make sure I got it. But that 3-3 and understanding the traction you had underneath you, that was the difference maker for Brown.
Brown on top of the 125 to send it back to Tina Dixon.
And in these conditions with that triple, Carson, was there any hesitation on your part?
You know, honestly, that was some of the scariest riding I've ever done because it was so slippery. And I knew that last lap going through the whoops, I'm like, I'm going to go far left. And then my rear wheel started going even further left, and I'm like, well, that's the edge. So, oh my gosh, I'm glad that worked out well because that was crazy. But man, he was riding good. I definitely had to do that triple, get her done, and I'm happy I did. So it all worked out.
To be back on top of the podium here at Red Bull Straight Rhythm, what does that mean?
It means everything to me. You know, I love two-strokes, and I love all kinds of racing. You know, I've these last few months been doing a little bit of everything, so I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
The two-time champ, and it came down to pull the trigger on the triple or not. He went for it. He was rewarded for it.
Yeah, he didn't even need to do it that second time because he had a good enough gap. But when you're feeling it, you trust your bike, you trust yourself, you like these conditions. I mean, these conditions are tough, but if you like it, you're good in it because you don't have that fear, you don't have that doubt. So he really went into that final run thinking, I'm just going to bring my absolute best. I trust myself. I can do this. He did it, got the big win, and that was probably his easiest win of the afternoon.
Well, here it is, the most anticipated matchup in Red Bull Straight Rhythm. Ken Roczen won the last time we've raced. Marvin Musquin, though, did not compete in 2019. Marvin Musquin, though, has won every time he has been in this event. Now we finally get them in the same year, head-to-head. The Frenchman and the German, they go way back. They grew up racing each other in Europe. They were teammates
here it is.
For a long, long time. Whose skills are going to come out on top? And Musquin, the early edge.
Musquin is gone.
Since the last time they were on the track, but Marvin's always been better in the first half, super clean, tight, efficient. Kenny's had the whoop speed, but now with the moisture, the rain, I don't know if the whoops are going to be the same. I mean, either Kenny's going to just blow by him with something special, or he's not going to have that power, or he's going to be too far behind. I mean, God, Marvin.
Unbelievable, Marvin. Oh, no, Roczen's trying to power down now, trying to get close enough to be in striking distance. He's so good in the whoops. Can he pull off the comeback effort? No, Marvin throws down and wins the first run.
Okay, so this is good because Marvin was definitely more aggressive. He looked.
I think Kenny might have just been feeling her out.
Kenny actually looked a little more patient, like, let me figure this out. Now, I don't know if that was strategy or just situation, but if you're Roczen out, you do know what's underneath you. You can be better than you were in that run. So I don't think this is over. But Marvin does have the advantage confidence-wise, performance-wise going into this next round. But I don't think Kenny gave his absolute best. I think he was trying to feel what's underneath him, and now he knows.
So Musquin's streak of never having lost a single run at Red Bull Straight Rhythm continues. If he gets one more, he is champion for the 4th time. Once in the small bike class, and it would be 3 times in the big bike division here. But Roczen got a lot closer at the end than it was the majority of that run. He knows he has those whoops.
Kenny was really bad out of the start, too. He slid, kind of lost. I mean, Marvin had a good 3 bike length lead by the end of the first roller. So if you're Kenny right now, you're like, let me get out of the gate a little better. If I could be at your rear tire, I know I'm better.
I think Kenny seems to like the left-hand side of the track better, too. I bet he comes back a lot harder on this one.
Nice and efficient. Don't lose that range. That's where he'll have his chance. But if he blows it early, Marvin's just so perfect out there. Might be too much to overcome.
So is this a reaction to the rain, you think, that Roczen maybe took a little edge off, thinking there would be less traction?
Possibly. I mean, he had such a bad start. He's shaking his head. So I think you go off the start, you slide, you have a bad first 10 seconds, and you're like, wait a minute, what's underneath me? Halfway through, he goes, oh, I'm okay. So I think this should be better, but his back's against the wall. I mean, that's a really high-pressure situation now for Kenny, because if you lose this one, it's all over. At least get one and take this to a 3rd round.
No one has ever beaten Marvin Musquin in even a single run at Red Bull Straight Rhythm, but Ken Roczen is as capable as anyone of getting it done, and he has to. Here it is, the anticipated matchup. Musquin, Roczen.
Come on, Kenny.
It's all the line.
There you go, Kenny.
Way better by Kenny. Little slide, but way better than the last one.
Yeah, in fact, now he might even be in the lead in a big scrub on that speed check. So Roczen is fighting back big time.
See, he looks more aggressive. The last run through there, it's almost like he was you see him
dragging foot pegs.
And because of that, Musquin extends it just a little bit. So Roczen is going to have to be good on this jump and maybe pull something out of the whoops again.
It's close enough. It's close enough. Scrub this last single and just go for it. This might be the end. We might be done.
Can Roczen get back to him? I don't think it's going to happen.
Oh, Marv's got it. Oh, my goodness.
Marv,
the champion.
What?
Marvin Musquin.
Unbelievable.
He cannot
The Frenchman.
be stopped.
2-0 over Roczen, who was the fast qualifier.
He just changed Ken Roczen's socks, ladies and
How
gentlemen.
Marvin Musquin's technique
Very, very
lends
sneaky.
itself to this event. He's never lost, and he keeps it alive. Love to hear the bench race between them. We'll send it down to Tina when they're ready.
Well, they're just talking about the race down here. Marvin, you are perfect here at Red Bull Straight Rhythm. You kept your streak on a two-stroke. What does it mean to you?
Well, I got to be honest with you. For some reason, I thought it was going to be a lot harder than that. Obviously, the rain played a lot of factors. Kenny was really, really fast all day. I think the rain, but I mean, it's the same for everybody, but the rain changed a lot of things. A lot of work behind the gate over there with my guys. But yeah, it's a cool event thanks to Red Bull. We made it happen even with the rain. So yeah, never lost a run again.
You know, overall, just such an enjoyable event for the fans and also the riders. Kenny, I got to get you in here. Take us through those races for you. You guys were battling some tough conditions.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously the rain changed up everything. Both of my starts were terrible. And then once we came over the first wall, that rhythm section, I was quadding all day, and I haven't done the on-off in that segment at all. So I just, timing-wise, my timing was horrible in there, and I lost so much ground. And obviously the rain, it just changed a lot of things. This race is all about scrubbing and staying low, and this was a little sketchy, something different, that's for sure.
But overall, to be part of Red Bull Straight Rhythm and in that final race, matching up against Marvin, how do you describe that?
Oh, it was great. I wish we could have raced with good conditions. You know, this is what this event is all about, but obviously it's the same for everybody. I just broke so much traction on the start and got squirrely.
Try not to interrupt Kenny,
yeah,
but you guys are welcome. Hope you enjoyed
the race
it.
that everyone wanted to see.
Well, boys, that was a hell of an event. It was good stuff. I'm glad everybody got to come in and enjoy it. I will catch you guys
speed of a bullet.
on the flip side.
Place of history.